The following program is a presentation of the Podski Sports Network. Together, they come from all corners, all professions, and all walks of life, driven by a singular purpose, a singular passion. It burns within the hearts of the young and the old alike. From deep within the hollers of Mineral Point, from the crossroads of Elton, from the train yards of Summerhill, from the suburbia of Salix, from the Bavarian woodlands of New Germany, from the floodplains of St. Michael, from the sunny beaches of Liberty Park, from the heights of Wilmore, from the main streets of South Fork, from the flatlands of Creslow, from the hill climbs of Beaverdale, converging as one, into the hustle and bustle of downtown Sidman, under the bright lights of G.H. Miller Memorial Field, in the shadow of local giants like 2021 Laurel Highlands Pizza Wars champion Morris Tavern, The Ranger, and Palyocsik True-Value Hardware. And they do it all for one reason: to celebrate the pride and poise, and knowing that the future is built upon the past, because they know it's time for Ranger football.
Sidman. Rangers, bad guys. It is Friday night. It is a great night for football, and we are here live at G.H. Miller Memorial Field in Sidman, PA for the Sidman Spectacle. Welcome, high school football fans, to a crisp fall evening. You can smell the iron and the cool dust in the air. A perfect Western Pennsylvania setting for a packed house here to witness the Four Steels versus the world. The Ranger All-Stars will take on the bad guys, the All-Stars of every opposing team Four Steels has ever faced, at least in what we could dig up. I am the toast of the coast, Justin Andretti, the beast from the east, here in the press box with you. Right here next to me, the man with the raspberry beret and the little red Corvette, Teddy Mongoose. Teddy, how you doing?
Pretty good there, Bob.
Also here in the press box with us, the usual lead singer of the three-man band. He gets to do the ride-along here tonight. South Central Pennsylvania's #1 podcast guru, the quarterback himself, Johnny Baker. I know you've surely heard a lot of tales and Four Steels lore over the years. What's it like to be at G.H. Miller Memorial Field for the first time here tonight?
Well, it's pretty exciting. I'm ready to see some exciting football.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have a heck of a game here. We got a lot of all stars here from both teams. They're in town here. Great week of practice for sure. But before we really get started, we would like to mention the recent passings of Ranger Dave DeBevitz and Eddie Hudak, two very longtime supporters of Four Steels Athletics, and dedicate this broadcast to both of them here tonight, who are already sorely missed. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've got something truly special here for you. The greats have been gathered on both sides, coming together for this dream matchup. It has been an excellent week of practice from both camps, by all accounts. The Rangers are coached by Don Bailey, a man who needs no introduction, but for those who are unaware, 5-time Tribune Democrat Coach of the Year, 93, 94, 05, 2010, 2017, 10 district titles, 11 Laurel Highlands championships, and 375 career wins. And also worth mentioning, a state championship runner-up in 1994 against Mount Carmel, double overtime, one of the greatest high school football games in Pennsylvania history. And you're going to see some of those 1994 Mount Carmel Red Tornado villains right here tonight, Sidman. But speaking to Coach Bailey, I understand you had a chance to speak with him earlier, Baker, about expectations for tonight's game.
Coach Bailey, thanks for taking the time to chat. I know you got to get back to the team. It's been a very long week leading up to this, and congrats on the dedication of the field house. I know it was a big deal for you and something you pushed for many years, and congrats on your many accomplishments here at Forest Hills. What's your expectations here for tonight's game?
Well, expectations are always high at Forest Hills. I don't know if you're from the area or not, but you know we've had a very good program for a very long time, and even if we're not supposed to be good, fans expect us to be good. So our kids have a lot of pressure put on them because of what teams in the past have accomplished, and they've always risen to the occasion. And I think that our kids will be able to rise to the occasion. But we'll be enthusiastic and we'll play hard.
Well, that's certainly a tall task going up against some of the great athletes here, and probably some you want to forget.
We are going to be cautiously optimistic about this, and if we can stay away from injuries, I think we can be successful. We have a very skilled team, but we are cautiously optimistic that we can be successful.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
A heck of a lot of firepower on this Bad Guys team, a lot of Division I athletes, some even professional athletes. It'll be interesting to see how the Rangers match up. As mentioned, Coach Bailey will be at the helm for Forest Hills tonight with current Ranger head coach Justin Myers, a local legend in his own right, serving on the staff as well as participating in this event also as a player. And Coach Bailey's son, Brandon, a very decorated head coach himself at Richland High School, will not be coaching for the Bad Guys this evening. This is a Forest Hills event, and Brandon will be suiting up in the green and gold one more time. But we will get into him a little later as the game unfolds. On the opposite sideline for the Bad Guys, we will have coaching by committee. 3 highly decorated, longtime Ranger foes, starting with Ken Salem of Bishop McCourt, 135 wins, Hall of Famer, 2-time Tribune Coach of the Year, 5 district championships with the Crimson Crushers, and 5 Laurel Highlands Athletic Conference championships as well. And Coach Salem took over the head coaching duties at McCourt at just 25 years of age, and what a run he had. Up next, Ernie Fetzer, 1997 Tribune Coach of the Year, second in the Laurel Highlands in career wins behind, you guessed it, Don Bailey. Fetzer had stops at Ferndale, a terrific undefeated season at Votech in which they upset Indiana in the district championship game. Also with tours of duty at Somerset, Penn Cambria, and his great run at Westmont High. 182 career wins, 2 district titles under his belt, 3 Laurel Highlands championships. And last but certainly not least, Max Shoemaker, still coaching to this day. Over 215 career wins as of right now. 4-time Laurel Highlands Athletic Conference champion, 94, 97, 99, 2000, several D5 championships at Bedford and Chestnut Ridge. Quite a lot of gold hanging off of 3 of them, Mongoose.
A whole lot of firepower there, Andretti. I'll tell you, chalkboards, whiteboards, grease boards. Let's get greasy.
It is such a unique game here tonight. So much talent available on both sides of the ball, as well as special teams for the Rangers and the Bad Guys. It sounds like both coaching staffs have decided to rotate personnel very frequently here tonight. And with that said, although it is an honor to get a starting nod anytime, any game, no matter what game or when it takes place, because of the rotations, being a starter here tonight is not really necessarily indicative of being the greatest all time at that position. The coaches were very clear about this. Players were put together into groups based on this week's practice prep, and just being here tonight on one of these sidelines is the real honor and a real testament to greatness. The chips will fall as they may once the bullets start flying here tonight in Sidman, but everybody's going to get on the field, and we're going to have an awesome showdown. We are going to step away to hear a word from one of our sponsors, and when we come back, we will head down to the field for the opening coin toss and get this game underway. You are listening to Ranger Football, the Sidman Spectacle, Forest Hills versus the World, right here on the Podski Sports Network. Fall is here. football is in the air, the leaves are changing colors, and soon it'll be time once again to celebrate a happy holidays with you and your loved ones.
Them so fast you can't even talk about it.
And what better way to celebrate those happy holidays than to get a good blood boil going with a harrowing journey to South Fork? That's right, pack up the car with gifts and loved ones, and make sure you lock down the kids and the family dog, because it'll be Mr. Toad's wild ride for you and dear old Aunt Edna as you plummet on a magnificent journey into South Fork, full of death-defying turns, out-of-control hood rats, and concrete retaining walls literally falling into the street.
What a story, but who the hell's gonna believe it?
There's so much fun to be had, so much excitement. The kids will be full of holiday wonder as they ask important, logical, rational, unanswerable questions, such as, why are there so many stray dogs in this town? How come that steep road hasn't been paved since the 1940s? Why is that guy over there stealing those packages off the other guy's porch?
Yeah!
And our own personal favorite, does anybody know what that loud bang was in the middle of the night that woke us all up in a terrified panic?
I don't know!
So come on out to South Fork, spend a week or 6, take in the sights and sounds of this fascinating borough, and give your kids a holiday they definitely will never forget.
No one here gets out alive.
This message brought to you by the South Fork Bureau of Tourism. We are back and going to head down to the field for the coin toss. Both team captains making their way out to the middle of the field right now. What do you have for captains here tonight, Baker?
For the bad guys, looks like we have Joe Fashoni from Westmont. He is the speaker. X-Relow from Johnstown, and Andy Hagens from Somerset is the third. For the Rangers, looks like the speaker will be Mike Brezovic. Then we have Colton Daniel and Zach Glesner.
As he goes over the rules for both sets of captains, we want to acknowledge our head official here tonight, someone seen very frequently in these parts as an umpire or a referee, Willis DeBose. Point Stadium Hall of Famer, class of 2023, was inducted this past June with local baseball legends Dee Osborne and local baseball standout Maurice Berry. Willis has worked them all. 39-year career, softball, baseball, football, basketball, you name it. Even umpired the World Friendship Games right here in Johnstown in 1983, right in the middle of the Cold War. 7-day event with baseball teams from all over the world, and we know Willis and company will call this one right down the middle. The bad guys have won the toss and elected to receive the opening kickoff. So as the special team units on both teams get ready, we will take a look right now at the bad guys' offense for this first possession.
Jeff Hostetler, quarterback, Conemaugh Township, 1977 and 1978 All-State. Penn State, West Virginia, 2-time Super Bowl champion with the New York Giants.
Tanner Solarzik, running back, Richland High, All-State, 2012, Tribune Democrat All-2000s Team, Tribune Democrat Player of the Year, 2012.
Justin Wheeler, fullback, Penn Cambria High School. We are
Mercury Swaim, athlete, Bedford, 2020 All-State, 2021 All-State, 2020 Tribune Player of the Year, 2021 Tribune Defensive Player of the Year, St. Francis University.
Bryce Brawley, receiver, Cambria Heights, All-State in 2010, Laurel Highlands record for receiving yards. Go Highlanders.
Shane Cafferty, tight end, Central High, 2009 All-State, Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
Gary Fragel, 1991, All-State O-Line, Hickory High School.
Dwayne Nisley, Chestnut Ridge, 2009 All-State Guard, All-2000s Team Tribune Democrat, Penn State, Track and Field.
Dave Estanich, All-State O-Line 2008, Tribune All-2000s Team, Johnstown High and Florida International University.
Brady Bithell, Bishop Guilfoyle, All-State Offensive Line 2019, Robert Morris Colonials.
Jesse Arnold, Bedford High School, Bedford, PA, All-State Center 2019.
A lot of firepower waiting to be unleashed here tonight. It's going to start with this opening possession. Sven Krohn to kick off for Forest Hills. Krohn, a German, an exchange student in the early 90s. My favorite memory of Sven was him listening to a Walkman and singing Guns N' Roses. I used to love her very loud on the bus, heading to an away game, much louder than he thought he was singing, and got made fun of pretty good for it. Troy Harris and Antoine Reed are back deep to receive for the bad guys. Harris of Bedford, All-State Honors 2004, made his way to the University of Maine. Reed, two-time All-State 06 and 07, All-2000s team and Tribune Player of the Year, Pitt Panther and Cleveland Brown. Kick is off, and we are underway here at G.H. Miller Memorial Field for the Sidman Spectacle, Forest Hills versus the World. Harris will field it at the 5, evades a few, makes his way out, and brought down around the 26. Tackle made by Danny Petrunic. That's a last name you're probably going to hear a lot tonight. Danny Petrunic, of course, known as the MUP, most underrated Petrunic. As they make their way onto the field, let's take a look at the Ranger defense for this opening possession.
Jono Petrunic, defensive end, 1996 Tribune Democrat Defensive Player of the Year, James Madison University, from up 160 towards the Buckhorn if you are coming from Sidman.
John McCarty, 2008 All-State Defensive Line, parts unknown.
Jason Plummer, 1993 All-State D-Line, Sidman, and William and Mary University.
Colton Daniel, Wimper, 2021 All-State Defensive End, Oberlin College. Eric Elgin, All-State Linebacker 2017, South Fork and Edinburgh University.
Jason Toth, 1991 linebacker, Beaverdale.
Easton Toth, 2021 All-State outside backer, 217 career tackles, Beaverdale, Clarion University Wrestling.
Eric Trout, All-State Defensive Back 2021, Salix.
Chris Moss, 2009 All-State DB, Juniata College, South Fork.
Jake Schoch, All-State Safety, 2018, Summerhill.
Dayton Mall, Summerhill, defensive back, Westminster College of Pennsylvania.
All right, offense making its way out on the field here. It looks like, as we said with the opening, Jeff Hostetler is going to take over the first duties here as the QB for the bad guys. Hostetler, obviously, very decorated guy. You know, he was at Penn State. He was at West Virginia. This is a guy that won 2 Super Bowls with the Giants. An unbelievable decorated career for Hostetler when he was at Conemaugh Township. Team's going to line up here. Hostetler under center. Hand off to Solarczyk. He's going to get brought down. Solarczyk, a Richland lineman, or Richland running back rather, 6'2", 205. And he was 2012 Tribune Democrat Player of the Year on offense that year. So not a great start. Jason Plummer's the one that makes a tackle for the Rangers. So the Rangers get a nice stop here on first down. Second down play coming up here. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for the bad guys. Hostetler lines them up. We got 2 wide, 1 wide on each side. Snap is made. He's going to go to Solarczyk again. Tanner Solarczyk's going to get rolled up, and it looks like we've got a host of Rangers in on the tackle here. It looks like it's going to be Eric Elgin, John McCarty, and Jono Petrunic are going to be in on the tackle there. Gang of Rangers make that tackle, Teddy.
You know, that's the way that they do.
And that's probably a good thing.
You got to go for, especially in a game like this where every possession matters, right? You got to get the ball, you got to get down there. So we got a 3rd down here. Looks like they're about 3rd and 12. They're going to break the huddle. They're going to come out here. Hostetler's going to line them up. Man in motion. Snap, they're going to go to a screen. Screen to Mercury Swaim from Bedford, and he's going to tear loose around the left side. And he's down to about the 49, 50-yard line. Great play there on the screen for a first down for the bad guys. They got a new set of downs here coming up at midfield. Yeah, Easton Toth is the one that finally chased them down, but everybody bid on that. Everybody bid on that screen for sure. Mercury Swaim, highly decorated from Bedford, ended up going to St. Francis for football. We got a new set of downs here from about the 48, from their own 48. Hostetler with the snap, and he's going to hand it off. Justin Wheeler from Penn Cambria, that's a name the locals will know. Former coach at Bishop Guilfoyle, and I believe at Penn Cambria also. So he was brought down by Jason Toth, early 90s linebacker for the Rangers, and Colton Daniel, who right now is on the roster at Oberlin College outside of Cleveland. Doing a great job out there. Great school. 2nd down here, loss of about 2. Bad guys are going to line this up. Another man in motion. They're going to go. Looks like they're going to run with the jet sweep. It's going to go to Bryce Brawley from Cambria Heights. He's going to get brought down after a few yards here. 2010 All-State receiver, Baker. Laurel Highlands record for receiving yards, Bryce Brawley.
Yeah, pulled that play out of the John Donovan handbook there. Nice little jet sweep.
Eric Trout on the tackle there for the Rangers. Trout decorated also 2002 All-State DB. Hometown of Salix. Got a lot of Salix guys on the team here tonight, especially with the starting defense.
State medal winner in the in some hurdle event, 300, 110, one of the two.
Just give it to him. Give him all the hurdle events. It's fine. Man in motion. Hostetler's going to hand it off here. And it's going to be Justin Wheeler again. He's going to get tackled in the backfield for a big loss here. Jason Toth again is going to be the one that snuffs that out. And we are going to go to fourth down here. Yeah, Coach Fetzer, Coach Shoemaker, and Coach Salem got a decision to make here. Probably not, but I don't know. What do you think there, Mongoose? 4-down territory here, or you think they're going to punt this one off? Looks like they're going to punt it off.
Yeah, not a game this big. You don't risk it this early. You can't give the Ranger offense this kind of field position. You got to play the field position game.
Colin Campbell, the long snapper here from Guilfoyle. Lucas Rung from Central is going to be the one to punt this one off. And we got a return here. Anthony Younger was back deep. He's got it pretty good. He's got a lane. Broke a couple tackles. He's heading out. He gets all the way out to about the 40-yard line. It's a heck of a return here. Brought down by Zach Vogelsberger from Richland.
That guy can scoot.
Unger, 2010 All-State, third-team offensive athlete. Went to Gannon. Good school in Erie. Catholic. Right on the leg. Right on the Prescott. Right on the leg there, Mongoose.
That wind blows in, baby. Sometimes the snow comes.
Rangers offense going to take the field here.
Don't come to me for your weather reports, people.
It's always bad in Erie. The weather's always bad in Erie. Let's go down to the field right now. Baker is standing by on the sideline with starting Forest Hills wide receiver for tonight, Ray Daniel.
Ray, congrats on being a part of the big game. What's it like having a three-generation Ranger squad here with your son, Matt, and your grandson, Colton?
I'll tell you what, it's awesome, Both of those guys work their tail off, They lifting weights, running in the off-season, working, getting up at 5:30 every morning, working out, to be part of this Forest Hills Ranger football team is awesome.
Adam Cesari, quarterback, 2017 and 2018 All-State, Tribune Democrat All-2000s team, Wake Forest and Penn State baseball, Windbrook.
Scott Mihal, running back, All-State 2008, St. Francis University. South Fork.
Mike Leventree, 1991 fullback, Elton.
Tim Baumgartner, Fordham University, 1991 All-State wideout, 1992 All-State, 1992 Tribune Democrat Player of the Year, from up there by the middle school.
Hey, it's Ray Daniel, wide receiver, Forest Hills Rangers class of 1969. It was Adam Summerhill before that. Ask Poopsie about it, he'll tell you. How do we turn this thing off?
Mark Rowe, 1991 tight end, 1889 Park, Sidman.
Tommy Grosick, offensive tackle, Gannon University, Liberty Park.
Sean Faith, guard, senior season 92, then to Lycoming University, from downtown Sidman.
Jason Blacken, Grove City, center, 2010 All-State O-Line, South Fork.
Ben Madera, All-State 2003 and 2004, Trib Dem All-2000s team, St. Francis Red Flash, Track and Field, Summerhill.
Kurt Bearjar, offensive tackle, Geneva College football and baseball, Summerhill.
All right, first down possession here for the Rangers. Adam Cesari at the helm here to open this thing up, and they're going to hand it off to Scott Mihal, and he's going to get tackled immediately. It might be even a TFL. Aaron Gatton in on the tackle. Former Penn State great, Aaron Gatton there, Mongoose and Baker. That's a guy that's had a big track career and a big career at Penn State too. I believe he was a 3-year letterman, if I'm not mistaken, at Penn State. Played with the Dolphins. Your hometown Dolphins there, Baker.
Yeah, I can't remember him doing anything for the great Miami Dolphins. That was a really interesting formation they had there. Would have thought they would have got a little more than that. It looked like a power set from the pistol.
Mitch Blackwell, D end, Central Cambria, 2006 All-State, 2007 All-State, Tribune Democrat All-2000s Team, 2007 Tribune Defensive Player of the Year, Slippery Rock University.
Randy Moore, Richland High School, defensive tackle, Arizona State, 1976 Denver Broncos.
Corey Alston, Aliquippa Quips, 1990 All-State D-Line and 1991 All-State D-Line.
Andrew Janoschik, Bishop Guilfoyle, defensive end, 2019 and 2020 All-State, Notre Dame University.
Alquan Williams, linebacker, Johnstown High, All-State 2011, Tribune All-2000s Team, Tribune Defensive Player of the Year, Temple.
Aaron Gatton, Washington, linebacker, 3-time All-State, 93, 94, 95, 4-year letterman at Penn State, Miami Dolphins.
Ben Gummo, Tyrone High, linebacker, 2003 All-State and 2004 All-State, Penn State Nittany Lions.
Mike Caputo, Seton LaSalle, DB, All-State 2002, St. Francis.
Ty Law, Aliquippa High School, 1991 All-State DB, University of Michigan, 3-time Super Bowl champ New England Patriots, NFL All-Decade Team, Patriots Hall of Fame.
Gage McClenahan, safety, Bald Eagle Area High School, All-State 2018 and 2019, Cornell Wrestling.
Todd Koenig, Bishop Carroll, safety, 2003 All-State Defense, 2003 Tribune Defensive Player of the Year, Ohio University.
Yeah, Mihal St. Francis, and with the St. Francis, he was All-State 2008, South Fork boy like myself. Gotta love that. All right, so Sarah's got him lined up here. Second down, 2nd and 10. They're going to hand it off to Mihal again, and he's going to get wrapped up right away. And I believe the first man there was Randy Moore from Richland, 1971 or 72 defensive tackle. Played for the Broncos in 1976, Arizona State Sun Devil. And it looks like Ben Gummo also was in on the tackle there. Former Penn State guy also from Tyrone, 2-time All-State. So it looks like we're going to go here to 3rd down. 3rd and about 12 for the Rangers. Both teams have a little bit of trouble moving the ball here so far. I know the bad guys had the big screen. We'll see what the Rangers do here on a big 3rd down. Threatening the blitz here. We're going to go to a tight end pass. And that pass is going to be complete. Cesari's pass is complete to Mark Groh. And he got about 6 or 7, it looks like. Not enough for the first down. Tackle made by Ty Law. That's a name everybody should recognize. Ty Law, Michigan great. Went on to play for the Patriots. Unbelievable career in the NFL. But, yeah, Ty Law ends up bringing him down here for the tackle on that 3rd down. It's going to be 4th down here. 4th and about 3, 4th and about 2. Ty Law, Patriots Hall of Fame. He was on the Patriots 50th anniversary team. All 2000s team. Won several Super Bowls with the Patriots. And the Rangers are going to bring in the punt unit here, it looks like.
Ray, what happened out there? Looked like you were wide open on that route you ran there.
I think he was looking somewhere else. I think he had somebody open on the other side of the field. He completed the pass, but I was wide open. They didn't even cover me on that pass. I'm too old for this stuff. I'm going home, guys. See you next week. Bye-bye.
So smart call here for the Rangers to go ahead and punt from their own territory. The ball's on about the 46. Matt Daniel's going to be the punter. Jimmy Petrunik, the long snapper. Daniel, former IUP punter. Punts it away, gets a pretty good one. That ball is going to bounce. And they're going to down it. It looks like Robbie Carl, early 90s Ranger, is going to down that ball on about the, what's that look like, Mongoose, the 15?
I'd say the 15.
All right, so second possession is going to come up here for the bad guys. A little bit of a feeling out process, I would say, here from these two teams. I know, the big screen was the play so far that we had, but both defenses look pretty good here in the opening possessions.
To be expected. But that's every big time heavyweight fight that you've ever seen. The feeling out process, you establish your jabs, see what you got, get a couple of reads on the formations. That's what we have going on right now.
Sure. Jeff Owenstein, former Central great, handed that one off to Sam McCloskey on first down. Looks like they got about two. Forest Hills linebacker Dan Felix in on the tackle here, and he's going to be a 98 grad. So his final season would have been 97. Nice tackle there by Felix coming up from the linebacker spot. Trying to run that ball. You got both teams here trying to test out the middle of the defense here. I don't know if that's the smartest play with all these athletes, all these all-stars right there in the middle of the field.
Well, I could tell you that that's exactly what's going to happen whenever you have Coach Bailey, Coach Fetzer, Coach Shoemaker, Coach Salem. I mean, that you don't have a lot of glamour and glitz here. You have a whole bunch of kick you in the teeth.
Absolutely. Hohenstein hands that ball off to McCloskey again. Looks like J.J. Madigan and Russ Kaiser are going to bring that up. Russ Kaiser has the Laurel Highlands record, a share of the Laurel Highlands record for fumble recoveries. And that's a guy that graduated in the early 90s, and that record still holds today, which is pretty impressive. J.J. Madigan, of course, played on that 1991 team, the team that played and lost to Aliquippa with Ty Law. Right at where was that game played? I'm trying to remember where that game was played. But great team, man. The 91 Ranger team was one of the greatest teams to ever come out of the district. Madigan certainly a big part of that. We've got a third down play here. It's about 3rd and 7. Going to line up here. They've got what, 3 wide. Hohenstein take the snap. He's going to roll out. He's going to dump that off to the tight end. We got Jeff Mittemeyer from Bishop Carroll on the grab. And I believe he got a first down. He did get a first down. Pretty good gainer here. Tackle made by Brady Chris.
Listen, it's a smart play. So what we have right now is we had a lot of pressure up the middle, and so what do? You roll the quarterback out. They did just that. Toss it off to the open man. He finds some field, gets a first down. Smart call by the bad guys. Ranger defense not reeling, but
Mittemeyer, of course, was a great tight end from Bishop Carroll, went to Rutgers. But here we got Hohenstein puts a man in motion here on first down. They're going to run a jet sweep. They're going to go to Griffin LaRue from Richland, and he is going to get tackled right away. These jet sweeps, they're going to keep testing the edge here, testing the perimeters with these great athletes. But Art Moss is going to be the man from the Rangers who eventually makes that tackle. I believe he went to Lehigh to wrestle. 2004 outside linebacker. Great tackle there, great open field tackle there by Art Moss.
And, there's an incredible lineage of Forest Hills defensive ends shutting down things laterally. We just had Art Moss. It brings back memories of Tommy Blanchetti with his banner game against the Bishop Carroll Huskies in 2001, I believe it was. Coach Bailey actually used Tommy as a example in a coaching clinic for how well he was at taking quarterback to shut the option down. Art Moss stringing that one out right there. This is what the Rangers do.
Well, Rangers could have used Blanchetti on that one because Hohenstein kept it on second down. Huge play for the bad guys as Hohenstein breaks it down out to the sideline, down into the red zone here. Tackle finally made by Sharif Blau, 2013 All-State defensive back for the Rangers. But the bad guys in the position here already, man. I know Hohenstein, that is a name over the years, with a couple different Hohensteins from Central that have just haunted Forest Hills and haunted everybody in the Laurel Highlands. But Jeff with a huge, huge run there for a first down for the bad guys.
That's what we call a blown assignment. You have to keep your outside shoulder free. Baker, you know that. You've been down that road 1,000 times, You got that outside shoulder got to be free. You got to push it back inside, and that didn't happen on that play.
Did not.
Hohenstein with a handoff here to Tyler Scruggs from South Park, and he's going to get tackled right away for a loss. J.J. Madigan again leading the charge in the middle of that Ranger defense to bring him down. Looks like Ryan West also on the assist there with the tackle. I'm not sure what year he graduated. I know he was early 90s guy, correct?
Ryan West would have been mid-2000.
All right, Rangers stopping him here. Okay, we got second down coming up. Hopefully we can hold this thing up here and keep him out of the end zone. There's too many athletes here to get behind early. Snap there, QB keeper by Hohenstein. He's dancing around. He's going to try to get something. It looks like the Rangers had everything covered up there. No gain on that. Russ Kaiser again with the tackle. Kaiser Madigan doing a very good job in the middle of that defense.
I do want to go back to one play. You brought up Ryan West. I'd be remiss if we went through this and didn't mention Sam West. Sam West, senior season dedicated to him in 2001. had a broken leg before the season. Was going to be a standout inside linebacker. So that West name is a popular and a famous one in the Forest Hills area. Great players.
Third down here for the bad guys. Hohenstein's moving him around the running back. Flips sides with the running back. Takes the snap. He's going to roll out to his left. Throw into the end zone over his head. Incomplete. He was looking for Aaron Jeffries from Tyrone on that one. It looks like Jason Gramling, 99 grad, was on the coverage there, but that was just an overthrown pass by Hohenstein. You don't see that too much from Hohenstein, the overthrown pass. But Aaron Jeffries, 2002 All-State wide receiver from Tyrone. And we might as well say a little bit about Hohenstein, too, here. I mean, he's just an extremely decorated career. I mean, the guy's got the PIAA record for career passing touchdowns, 146. 2002 Player of the Year, PIAA record for passing yards. Just an unbelievably decorated guy. And they're going to go for it here on fourth down. I don't blame him for that. We're so close to the goal line. Got a guy in motion, Hohenstein. Looks like they're going to try the reverse. He's going to throw it. Double reverse pass, and it is going to be broken up. He's looking for Joel Gonzalo from Bishop. Actually looking for, he was the one that threw it. Gonzalo was the one that threw it from Mount Carmel. Matt Varga, the intended receiver from McCourt, but Chad Papsunic is the one who ends up breaking up that pass for the Rangers in the end zone. Keeps them out of the end zone, Baker. That's what you got to do in a game like this.
That's a big play, ballsy play early in the game, but now we got the Rangers. They're pinned deep in their own territory.
Yeah, we got Dave Poldiak in at QB here for this next possession number 2 for the Rangers, and he is going to throw. The pass is going to be incomplete. Looks like he was looking for a quick slant there to Joe Donahue. Bill Rose from Richland on the coverage there. Nice coverage by Rose. Rose, all-state defensive back, 99. He's actually got the Laurel Highlands record for interceptions at 12. 99 Tribune Democrat Defensive Player of the Year, too. So, it's going to keep coming all night here, folks. You're going to hear these guys that are highly decorated. Every time somebody's in there, they're going to be highly decorated. And Joe Donahue, the intended target there, 2014 All-State wide receiver, 3-year starter at QB. Well, they got him at wideout today because we need him on the field. So that's what the Rangers have. So here we go now, second down.
Ben Madera and Anthony Brezovec now up front for the Rangers.
Here's the snap. He's going to hand that ball off to Brock Hupkovich, another 91 Ranger. He's going to get tackled in the backfield by Scott Lewis from McCourt. Great play by Scott Lewis. We know Scott Lewis is a very decorated guy and a very decorated coach from St. Francis, for sure. It looks like he was 2007 defensive back, 2006 Tribune Democrat Defensive Player of the Year, and Tribune Democrat All-2000s team at linebacker too. So you got a lot of people you're trying to fool here on this defense. And I don't think we're going to be able to fool too many people, neither one of these teams. So we've got a third down here, and they've got about 3rd and 14, 3rd and 13 coming up here for the Rangers.
Hard play call to make here when you're backed up at your own end zone.
He's going to sling this one out, and it's going to be caught by Jason Godola, and he's going to get brought down right away. So we got nothing on that. Poldiak went to VMI, man. He had an unbelievable career in high school. Went on to play Division I college football too. He's a Summerhill boy. A lot of Summerhill guys on this field here too. But it's going to be. I think the clock is ticking here. We're at the end of the first quarter already, man. It went quick. That first quarter went quick. All right, end of the first quarter here. The teams are going to switch sides, and we are going to step away right now to hear a word from one of our sponsors. And when we bring it back, we'll be right back here. The Sidman Spectacle, Forest Hills versus the World. You're right here, G.H. Miller Memorial Field. You're listening to this Podski Sports Network.
Timmy, want to come out and play?
I can't, Jose. I'm just so tired anymore. Man, I wish I had more energy to play with my friends.
Deep within the canyon lands of Salix, the mad scientist, the Canyon Man, is working hard in his lab to master the formula of the world's greatest energy cola.
Ah, you can feel it, dude! You can feel it!
But haven't you heard the news? Canyon Cola is back and better than ever.
3 times the sugar of leading soft drinks, twice the taurine, 6 times the caffeine, and our patented Canyon Man secret ingredient.
Yeah.
Canyon Cola will not only have you back in the game. Canyon Cola has been making 10-year-olds nationwide feel like they are as young as 8 years old again.
Wow, this is great. I feel the power already. What's the secret ingredient?
I don't know, but they banned it at the Olympics.
Yeah.
Load the spaceship with the rocket fuel.
It's time to take everything in your life to the next level with Canyon Cola.
Drink this cola in the Canyon can. Cause it's the only cola for the Canyon Man.
Canyon Cola, the official cola sponsor of the Podski Sports Network. Only available on eBay and the Liberty Park concession stand.
Grab a Canyon Cola today. Jamie Popinchak, the mad scientist. Canyon Cola, the official cola sponsor of the Sidman Spectacle. We are back, G.H. Miller Memorial Field, Sidman, Pennsylvania, for the Sidman Spectacle, and we are about ready to start the second quarter. The teams have switched sides.
Be interesting to see what the Rangers do here in the second quarter, what adjustments that they've been able to make so far in game. We have not seen a big mix of formations, and Coach Bailey is known for his practices based on scrimmaging, where you're going to have the first team offense run through the playbook on an offensive day. So we would see everything from your ace formation to your split backs to your power eye to your shotgun split, everything else. So we know that these guys are prepared. We know that these guys know the playbook. Condensed so far, I'm going to be interested to see if we see any wrinkles here before halftime.
We got a punt from our own end zone. We got Matt Daniels stuck in halfway in the middle of his end zone. Jimmy Petrucci's going to do the long snap. No rush. I'm a little bit surprised by that, by the bad guys. Daniels going to get this one up. It's not the greatest kick, but not bad. A little muffled there by Artrell Hawkins on the return. Uncharacteristic. And Robbie Carl is going to be the one to tap him down here. But the bad guys look like they're going to start 1st and 10 here with their third possession. I'm trying to see where the referees are going to lay this one down here, Mongoose.
Ball looks like it's at about the 42-yard line.
Yeah, the Rangers 42. They're on the Rangers 42-yard line here already. So great field position here. Looks like they're coming out onto the field here, and I think that's Randy McCavish, former Slippery Rock great, former Central Cambria great. It's going to be under center here for the bad guys. So they're going to go with McCavish, even though Hohenstein had that great possession. We're going to go here with McCavish. He's going to snap it, and he's looking for the tight end, and he's going to throw that one right to Jose Cruz from McCourt, and he's going to be brought down by Brennan Schaefer. Jose Cruz ended up playing at Akron, University of Akron, 2004 All-State first-team tight end, Tribune Democrat All-2000s team. Highly decorated guy from McCourt.
Heck of an athlete.
Defense was looking a little lost there pre-snap.
So, yeah, we've seen both teams, man. We've seen 3 or 4 passes to tight ends here already. Nobody's threatened down the field yet. So we got second down here. McCavish is gonna get the call. He's gonna keep it himself, and he's got a vein, and it looks like he may have gotten the first down. I believe he did. Jared McCumbee in on the tackle there for the Rangers. Third team DB, All-State 2010. First down, bad guys. And they're moving the ball here. They're already on about the 32-yard line threatening. And they've got great kickers, man. We know they've got great kickers. They've got at least 3 DeMoncos boys from McCourt. One of them has the record for the longest field goal. And they're a threat. They're a threat to get points anywhere in the field as of right now.
Rangers have fallen victim to big-time kicks over the years. As much success as they've had, there's been a lot of heartbreak at the foot of various people over the years as well.
Absolutely. McCavish gets the snap. He's going to hand this ball off to LaRod Stevens, howling. LaRod's going to fight his way and keep pushing. He's going to get a bunch of yards here. He ended up with about 5 or 6 yards with a great push from the lineman. And he was brought down finally by Jake Schopp of the Rangers.
Good fight for extra yardage there.
Yeah, second team All-State safety. Another Summerhill boy, Jake Schopp. And we got a first down here for the bad guys. No, actually, he did not get the first down. 2nd and 4 here, and they're going to hand that one off to Hunter Smith from Central. And John Opatrunik, again, on the tackle. Arguably the greatest player to ever come out of Forest Hills. What do you think there, Mongoose?
I'll tell you what. As a youngin', I remember several things. One of them being not only, his prowess on the defensive side of the ball, the big blocks that he made on the offensive side, but one of the greatest things was whenever we'd have those weather games and then they would put him in as the butter fullback, hand the ball off and just let him smash linebackers in the teeth to lead for the halfbacks. That was awesome, man. Bless up, Jono.
Yeah, it looks like we got a jump here from the Rangers side. McCavish catches him off. He gets him jumping here early. We're gonna get an offsides here, I believe. So penalty on the Rangers. See who they call it on here. That last tackle from John Opatrunik was assisted. They're going to give Eric Elgin the assist on that tackle. Elgin, 2007 All-State linebacker.
It's how you attack the hole. Get your nose in there. Make a good tackle.
They started out really hot. They started out great. They were stopping everybody in the middle of the field. But now we've had, I think, you've got 3 guys on that sideline that know what they're doing, right? And you've got Salem, and you've got Shoemaker, and you've got Fetzer, man. And they had Hohenstein in there, and now they went right to McCavish. It's a smart move. They may have found something here. McCavish with the snap. He's going to roll it out. There's nobody open. He's going to keep it. And looks like they're going to force him out of bounds. Ryan West on the tackle. Did anybody see who they called that penalty on? Did they give us a number?
I believe they gave it to Jeff Petrunik.
He did. Okay, so Jeff Petrunik, outside backer for the Rangers, was the one who ended up getting called for that penalty. A very costly penalty. Luckily, he's got his brother on the field, too, to help out with this, but that was a costly penalty for the Rangers.
Gotta say, penalty on Jeff here, but we need to say that Jeff Petrunik, one of the most difficult players to trap in the history of guard play or lineman play. Dude was basically built out of rubber and other flexible materials. Impossible to put your helmet into the center of his numbers. That guy was good.
Nice run here by LaRod Stevens-Howling. Looks like he's going to get a first down again. Greg Myers, early 90s player. I believe he was an All-State guy as a DB also. 2-time All-State 90-91. Great wideout, too, for the Rangers on that 91 team. Finally brings them down, but that's a big first down, and they're threatening again here in the red zone. They've got the ball down to about the 11-yard line. McCavish with a really nice series here. I mean, we saw the last series we had. Jeff Hohenstein from Central took him all the way down, threatened to score. Now we've got McCavish in there threatening to score again. Rangers got to come up with a big stop here.
Yeah, the Rangers they bent, but they didn't break before. Let's see if they can hold up here.
First down play, McCavish in their center gets the snap. He's going to keep it, and looks like there's going to be no gain. So the Rangers end up standing tall here on first down. Again, John Opatrunik on the tackle, playing D-end. Awesome play right there by Petrunik.
It'll be interesting to see what the bad guys choose to do here. There has been, last time that they were down inside the red zone in that goal line area, we did have a couple of rollouts. We had the Snake Bedford-ish reverse pass. I don't know if I'm Shoemaker, Fetzer, and Salem. Maybe I'm going by surprise and I'm running something up the gut here.
Snap is made. They're going to hand it off to Tink Stennett from Mount Union. And he looks like he got a couple here before being brought down by Josh Newcomer. And Greg Myers ended up assisting on that tackle too, it looks like, coming up from DB. But Josh Newcomer, was in California, Pennsylvania, and then ended up being at St. Francis also playing football. Big stop there for the Rangers.
Right off tackle.
So it's going to be third down and about... It looks like they still got a chance to get a first down here before they get into the end zone. About 3rd and 2. McCavish in their center. He's going to take the snap. He's going to go to Stennett again. Take Stennett into the end zone. Touchdown. And that's going to be the first score. First score of the game. He's going to go to the bad guys. Tink Stennett from Mount Union. Former IUP great. For sure. One of the top players in IUP history, I believe. 1993 All-State. 1994 All-State. So that's a guy, you gotta be aware of that guy at all times. A great touchdown run there by Tink Stennett. Hats off to McCavish for leading the team down the field. And they get the first one. They strike first here, and they're going to go for the extra point. Already out on the field quick here. Colin Campbell the snap. Followed by Carson Keiswetter. And Colton McGee, extra point. That's another Guilfoyle guy. Is good. So here we are. We've got 7-0 bad guys. Rangers trail here at G.H. Miller Memorial Field in the Sidman Spectacle. What do you think here, Baker? How do you respond to this?
Well, hopefully that they don't have to worry about being backed up at their end zone. They can get a little relief now, hopefully, here on the return. And hopefully that they can get a drive going here, and it's all about how you respond.
Absolutely. So we'll see how the Rangers respond here. It looks like they're going to have back deep here. Rangers are going to go with Jesse Scott and Jason Gadola back deep. Jesse Scott, early 2000s guy, right, Mongoose?
You better believe it. Famous for scoring, by his own words, 1,000 touchdowns in JV football.
JV All-American that year? That's right. So we're going to have Dane DeMonco. As we said, they got 3 very talented McCourt kickers on this team. Dane DeMonco is going to be the one to kick this one off. St. Francis, PA player from Bishop McCourt. 2-time All-State. Here's the kick. And it looks like it's going to be got by Jesse Scott. He's going to head down the left side. He's got a little bit of room. And he's going to be brought down around the 38-yard line. So the Rangers will start 1st and 10 with their third possession from their own 38. Pretty good field position here. Rangers got to respond. You don't want to get into a big hole here. You want to get down the field. You want to try to keep pace, win this game in the fourth quarter if you got to do that, but you got to stay in it, especially when you're battling so many good athletes on both sides of the ball for these bad guys and 3 heavily decorated coaches that know what they're doing. So we'll have to see what Don Bailey and the company comes up with here for this next possession.
I like the start, though. Scott, tough as nails, sticks his nose in, gets the Rangers close to the 40-yard line. You know the Rangers have talent on their side of the ball as well. They have the tactics. Let's see what happens.
Brandon Bailey going to make his first appearance here for the Rangers as QB. He's going to take the snap. They're going to throw it on 1st down. And he's going to throw to Dan Wolfo. Nice play. Makes a couple moves. Makes a couple guys miss. And we got a 1st down Rangers right close to the sideline here in front of us on the Rangers side. Excellent play. Excellent run there by Wolfo. Great play there by the Rangers. We got a 1st down. We're moving down the field already. No shock. As soon as we get Brandon into the game, Brandon's going to start throwing the ball around. They go right to Wolfo. Late 80s receiver. Heck of a player for the Rangers. We got a 1st down here from the bad guys' 49-yard line.
Like the aggressive call there.
Bailey under center. See what the Rangers do here on their second play of this possession. There's the snap. They're going to hand it off. Dave Popinchak around the right side. Has a nice little hole, and he gets a pretty good gain there. So Popinchak's going to pick up about 6 or 7, it looks like. Brought down by Graydon Lewis. Another St. Francis player from Richland High. All-State guy in 2001. Looks like Stuart Ulrich. That's our first Ligonier player, I think, that made an appearance here. So far, we've got the All-State guy, 2012. Tribune Democrat 2000 team. Nice assist to tackle there by Ulrich.
Let's see if he can take the top off the defense in the Sidman Spectacle.
They're going to go deep here. It looks like Bailey's going to throw it. Long pass to the outside receiver. Went to Wolf up again. I think they rule. Yeah, they're going to call him out of bounds on that one, Mongoose. Caught the ball, but he's out of bounds. They went straight out. That's the first time we've seen the ball thrown downfield so far by either one of these teams. And Brandon not shy to throw the ball, man. They went right to Wolf up again, and he caught it. He just rolled out of bounds. He was about a foot out of bounds. So the Rangers are going to bring it back here, and it's going to be...
I was just going to say, love the play calling. You got to think Joe Carpenter on the sideline whispering to the people with the headsets on, saying, "Hey, this is what I see." You know, Joe's a man that sees it all. And we have the 1st down play, the pass stretched out to the right gets the 1st down. We have the off tackle run. We go deep on that one. I'd love to see what we got going on right now.
Third down here for the Rangers, and there's a flag already. I'm not sure what happened. Referees are going to throw the flag. No, they were second and about 5. We're going to look like, well, we're backing it up here. Looks like that penalty is going to be on the guy you just gave praise here to, Mongoose. Entity. Dan Entity is going to get the penalty here for the Rangers.
That'll be 5 busters on Monday. Get him chopping.
Staff not happy with that one. They're going to get moved back to the 49. And it looks like we're going to repeat third. We got about third and about 9 3/4 here for the Rangers.
Not what you want if you're Forest Hills here.
Still in enemy territory. Bailey with the snap. He's going to throw it. And that's going to be caught by tight end. Another tight end catch. Nick Wyant, a 2000 grad, is going to make that catch. And he's going to get brought down by Paul Fath right in front of the bad guys' line. Sideline. Paul Fath from New Brighton. What an amazing game. Forest Hills and New Brighton, 1994, leading into that state championship game. Two-time All-State guy, Paul Fath, 94 and 95. So the Rangers are going to be up here, fourth down. They're going to go for it. It's fourth and about 3, fourth and about maybe 4. They're going to go for it from enemy territory from the 44-yard line. Bailey with the snap. Pass is going to be complete, and it's going to be complete to Adam Trout. And they got the first down on that. He's going to get wrestled out of bounds. Tackled by Brad Cunyu. He's going to get wrestled out of bounds. That's a UConn guy, Division I guy. And that catch was made by Adam Trout, 2005 All-State receiver, Tribune Democrat All-2000 team. Another Salix boy.
I was just about to say, and this isn't a Salix boy, but I'll tell you, whenever I saw that formation, I thought we were getting a banana out to Rick Baxter on that one. I could just smell it, and I love the play call to Trout.
Great play call. First down here for the Rangers. Bailey. Long pass deep to the outside receiver. That's going to be caught by John Long. Touchdown, Rangers. So the good guys get on the board. Wow. Heck of a throw. What a catch by John Long. Went to Edinburgh. All-State guy, 2017. Tribune Democrat All-2000s team. Player of the year, too. What a catch. What a throw by Bailey into the end zone. And the Rangers are going to get on the board here, and this crowd popped for that one big time.
Well, this is exactly what they needed, and I hate to say it, but this is sort of what we expected, isn't it? They had their backs against the wall. They first blood drawn by the bad guys, and how do the Rangers respond? By tactical plays. They have a little bit of a setback with the penalty, but the coaching's there, the execution's there. Bravo, Forest Hills.
Yeah, Lou Blanchetti on the hold here. Jimmy Pachulik with the snap. It's up, and it is good. And that kick was made to tie this one up by George Scott. He's got the Laurel Highlands record for PATs in the season with 48 from 2010. So heck of an accomplishment there to hold that record for quite a while here. So Rangers get on the board. They get the tie. They tie this game up at 7. And the special team units are going to take the field again. Looks like Sven Krohn is going to come out and do the kicking duties again here. The German exchange student from the early 90s. And they've got, looks like the bad guys are going to send back Steve Hill from Bald Eagle Nittany, and Chris Klein from Bishop Carroll are going to be the ones back deep. Steve Hill went to Lycoming. He was a 1994 running back. Very talented athlete. Chris Klein, Bishop Carroll. 2002 All-State first-team athlete, Tribune Democrat All-2000s team. So kickoff is here. It's going to go to Steve Hill. Is going to catch it from about the 10. Go to the midfield, makes a couple guys miss, and is brought down by Kevin Lang at about the 32-yard line. The bad guys 32. So bad guys are going to take over in their own end on the 32-yard line. Be interesting to see who they go with here for QB after having so much success with Hohenstein and with McCavish, two very mobile guys running the point here the last 2 possessions. So this will be the 4th possession here for the bad guys.
Have to say that Kevin Lang, not only a great career on the field, but off the field, post-playing career, came back, tech ed teacher at Forest Hills, and my Lord, as a defensive coordinator at the middle school level, you want to talk about somebody that got people ready to play at the next level. It was this guy. He was intense. He taught fundamentals. He made sure that every player knew where everybody was going. That guy was great.
Yeah, two pullers here on first down. Dylan Danini from Richland and Zach Rugg from McCourt leading the way here for Ryan Bower from Bishop Carroll. Devin Brezovec on the tackle for the Rangers. Handoff for a short gain. Not too many here. Looks like they got about 2 on that. So we're going to go second and about 8 for the bad guys here, still in their own end. Game's tied up 7-7. 3 minutes left here in the second quarter before the half. They've got Lane Voidick from Sharon at center here, or at QB here. He's going to roll this one out. Nothing open. He's going to keep it and gets a few. Gets his legs taken off from underneath him by Kevin Lang again. Kevin Lang with a tackle here on defense for the Rangers. So Voidick gets a few yards. Clock is rolling.
Excellent job of contain there by Lang. And what happened, and we saw it here, and we didn't see it on the previous drive, is that he's going to come out. He's going to make sure, again, that outside shoulder is free. He's going to force the quarterback back inside of him. He's going to attack whenever he knows he's out of real estate. Coverage is there. It's great play.
The Rangers defense seems like it's starting to settle in here now.
Looks like we got a hold here. They called a hold on Steve Green from Bishop Carroll, so they're going to move him back. Green, highly decorated, another UConn guy, 2-time All-State, 07-08. And they backed him up a lot on that one. So we've got a lot of ways to go here for Voidick and the bad guys. Here's the snap. They're going to go to the screen, and there's nothing there on that one. Voidick went to Evan McCracken from Richland. Sean Kissel bringing in the hammer for the Rangers. Immediate tackle, snuffed that thing right out. 2002 All-State guy for the Rangers, and they're thinking we're going to have a timeout called here by the Rangers. Boy, they blew that screen right up. That screen was a big play earlier.
And that's, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Didn't happen. Kiss me once, kiss me twice. Sean Kissel right there. I love it.
Timeout by the Rangers here. We've got 2:07 left in the half. Game is tied. Boy, it sure would be nice to get that ball back and try to get something going here and get a field goal before the half, get some points. It's always good to lead into the half. But for the opposing team, giving up points before the half, it's demoralizing. Especially it may be more so in hockey, but hockey players always talk about giving up that cheap goal right before the half. Kind of takes the momentum away from everybody going into the intermissions. So hopefully the Rangers can get something back here.
Yeah, and if you hear all the talking heads on the sportscast will say now that, the coaches at the higher levels, college and the NFL, will talk about the last two and the first two, that crucial 4 minutes, last 2 minutes of the first half, first 2 minutes of the second half. If we're able to get a stop here, when I don't mean to say I am impartial, my fault. But if the Rangers are able to get a stop here, we'll see what happens.
Voidick takes the snap, and he is going to get brought down in the backfield by Joe Smyche. Excellent linebacker from the Rangers.
A little bit more aggressive with the linebackers.
Big sack right there by the Rangers.
Nice.
Yeah, timeout again here by Forest Hills. They're going to call their second timeout. You're going to try to get this ball back here. We're going to try to get some points on the board.
Mustangs call timeout. They have one remaining in the first half.
1:15. Yeah, it certainly is. A lot of hands on hips and arms crossed. It looks like across the field here from us. Not a great possession here for this. They're going to have to punt this one away. They're going to give the Rangers the football back. Ian Border from Huntington in as a long snapper. Here's going to be the snap. Not much of a rush. Will Hazlett's going to punt this thing away. It's going to bounce up to 50. Picked up by Joe Donahue, and he's got a lot of room down the middle of the field, and he's going to make it all the way back to about the 35-yard line. Great athlete, Donahue. Gets him back to the 35. Rangers in striking distance here. Brought down by Mike Percio from Central Cambria. That's a name a lot of people in the area probably remember really fondly. 2000 All-State, defensive back, Tribune Democrat, All-2000s team. Defensive Player of the Year in 2002, Percio. So, heck of a player, makes that tackle on special teams. He might have stopped the touchdown on that one, Baker.
Yeah, really. Shoestring tackle. Love it. Let's get a score before half here, and then now the tides have really turned.
Tides have really turned here. So we've got looks like James Podski is going to be at the helm here for the Rangers for this one. Older brother of Dave. Going to take the snap here. Nothing doing, scrambling around, and James Podski is going to get brought down in the backfield by Justin Orovitz from Westmont. That's a big name. He went on to have an unbelievable career. He had an unbelievable career at the University of Richmond, third-team All-State guy, D-line. And it looks like we've got a penalty here. Who's it? I didn't see what team it was going to be on. Willis given the call. What was the penalty? What did he call on that one there, Mongoose?
Animated bad guy sideline over here right now.
But they called it on the bad guys. Justin Burlew, another Westmont guy, gets called for that penalty.
Yeah, it looked like Coach Smay and Coach Cease were walking right in front of Willis there. They are not small people. So we're trying to see behind them as to what the call was.
Matt Holzberger from Penn Camberry was also in on that sack. They're going to give him a half a sack. Slippery Rock guy, first-team linebacker, 2006. So they're going to move the ball here. The Rangers are going to get a first down out of this. It looks like from the penalty.
They're marching off 15. If I was venturing to guess, I'd say we have a personal foul. Some that we couldn't see, but we got 15 yards. So
personal foul by Burlew. James Podski takes the snap. He's going to throw it to the tight end, and it's going to be Mike Brezovac, uncle of Devin Brezovac, that made that nice tackle earlier on defense. But Mike Brezovac played on that 1994 state championship team, the runner-up team to Mount Carmel. He's going to make a nice catch here. We're down to the 20-yard line. Clock is ticking here. We're under a minute, 58 seconds here. Second down.
Looks like we've got both of the Sherrado boys in there now for the Rangers up front.
The 3 wide takes the snap. Going to try for the end zone, and the catch it. No, knocked it away. So it looks like Jared Shope had that one knocked away from him in the end zone by Brandon Chadbourne from Bishop Guilfoyle, Villanova guy, two-time All-State guy as a DB. Hard to pull a fast one on that guy.
Rangers still have a timeout, so we could see anything right here. Playbook is open. Field position and time left, 44 seconds. They have anything that they want. We'll see what happens.
Third down here for the Rangers. 44 seconds left here in the first half. Podski takes the snap. Gets hurried. He threw it, and it looks like that pass is going to be rolled incomplete. Looking for Brezovac again. Looking for Mike Brezovac again. That was knocked away by Bryce Mostoller from Somerset. That might have been the first guy from Somerset that we've mentioned here tonight. He ended up playing at Mercyhurst, I believe. Yeah, two-time All-State guy, 2013, 2014, Mostoller. So we've got a timeout here on the field, it looks like. Rangers going to take the field goal here. Jimmy Petrunic snap, Lou Blanchety's hold, and that's blocked. That is going to get blocked. So the Rangers come up empty here. Mitch Kudlowick from Central Cambria, the nephew or cousin of Brian Kudlowick. We're going to see him at some point in this game. Rangers cousin Mitch makes the big field goal block here for the bad guys. George Scott's kick is going to get knocked away by Mitch Kudlowick.
It would be a cousin. That'd be cousin Mitch.
Is Dad Mark on the sideline here for the Rangers? Anybody get a look at him? Is that Mark's son?
Who, Mitch?
Yeah.
I would absolutely hope so. I'll tell you what. Speaking of me saying, I'll tell you what is a direct dedication to Uncle Mark. Coach Kudlowick, man, you want to talk about just an all-time guy, playing crazy train in the locker room. This guy is top-notch. Good for you, Mitch. Even though you play for the bad guys, you're still a good guy in my heart.
Absolutely. Mark Kudlowick, one of the best shop teachers ever in Forest Hills history, and a heck of a guy.
Hashtag Dream Theater.
All right, looks like the bad guys are going to take over here with about 33 seconds left on the clock. Interesting to see what they're going to try to do here. If they're going to try to get something going. I mean, they're deep in their own territory here. They're on about their own 20-yard line, it looks like. You would expect that these three veterans probably aren't going to try anything here and just go into the half with the tie. 33 seconds on the clock. It looks like Connor Dixon from South Park is going to be the one to come out here under center. They're going to snap it. He's going to get flushed out of the pocket. He's going to be on a run, and he gets brought down there by Jack Bassett, Clarion for the Rangers. So Bassett brings him down, and
Bassett's going to be assisted on that tackle by Josh Rearick coming up from DB. I'm sure we're going to see his brother here on offense at some point.
Clock is still running, 17, 16. I don't think they're going to try to run a play here. I think they're going to let this one run out. So Fetzer, Shoemaker, and Salem, it looks like they're going to let this one run out here for the half. 3 seconds left. Yeah, they're not even going to break the huddle. Everybody's going to head in here. Well, that's the half, folks. We got a 7-7 tie here in Sidman, G.H. Miller Memorial Field for the Sidman Spectacle. All right, looks like we had Baker run down to the field here to catch up with Coach Shoemaker. Baker, what do you got down on the field with Coach Shoemaker?
Coach Shoemaker, unique game and a big crowd here for this. What does this game mean, and what are your thoughts on the performance from the first half?
Well, I think it's a lot of pride, and certainly we enjoyed that, but, there's new things to be accomplished. We have a group that's very competitive. They like to get after it, and it brings excitement. Even as old as I am, and as many seasons that I have under my belt, that you get enthused when you see their enthusiasm, and this group has shown that to this point.
A couple times you looked like you were struggling to move the ball against the Forest Hills defense.
We have a couple pieces to fill, but we got a couple nice boys, and our line play. The line of any successful team and program is where it's at, so on both sides of the ball. And, so we're blessed. The expectations are high and come game time.
What's the strength of this team you worked with all week at practice?
Just overall balance. And, we have a good set of core receivers and skill kids and, a nice nucleus of linemen up front. So I think just overall, naturally chemistry, and there's a lot of other factors that staying injury-free and those types of things that play a role in your ultimate success. And so, you have to take it one step at a time, but I certainly think we build a solid foundation and have a lot to build on. The leadership is critical for the success of any team, and that's something that is constantly evolving, and certainly we want it to evolve in the proper manner, and that's the expectation.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
We will step away. The score is 7-7, and when we come back, we will have some keys to the second half and some analysis of the first. We'll be right back from G.H. Miller Memorial Field here in Sidman.
This Sunday, Glosser's is open from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. with a special buy on famous Waltham quartz watches. Men's and ladies' styles in gold tone or silver tone, just $17.88 each, Sunday only. Expansion or leather bands styled for sport or dress by Waltham, $17.88 each, this Sunday only. And for a tasty treat, fresh hot roasted cashew nuts, regularly $6.49 a pound, now just $2.99. No dealers, please. Sunday only from 10 till 5 at Glosser's in downtown Johnstown.
The Johnstown Chiefs want to be a part of the holiday celebrations with you and yours. Flex tickets are perfect stocking stuffers, while group outings or a luxury suite are great for corporate holiday parties. Come see us at one of these upcoming home games. November 27th, blackout t-shirts to the first 1,500 fans. November 28th, PA lottery ticket giveaway to fans 18 and older. And on December 2nd, Wendy's Wednesday Family 4-pack. For everything Chiefs, visit johnstownchiefs.com.
Going through a heartbreaking divorce, professional paint colorist Daryl Benson just needed to get away from the hustle and bustle of Capital City.
I don't even know who I am anymore. I'm naming paint colors, and I don't even feel the passion anymore.
But instead of the recharge he needed, a trip back home to visit his family for the holidays turned out exactly as he had suspected.
It's been a long time since you hit it big. What was that color you named anyways? The controversial one.
Judas White.
Ah yes, Judas White. You're an abomination to God.
Honey, I know this divorce has been tough on you, and I know your relationship with your dad is strained. Maybe someday he will come to understand why it is so important to name different colors of very similar paint.
But the tension only increased when Daryl tried to win his father over by making a beautiful spaghetti dinner.
I told you not to put red pepper flakes on this spaghetti.
Well, this is how we make it in the big city.
You're 38 years old. You are too old for this level of spice. You'll be on the toilet all night again.
You don't get to tell me not to eat red pepper flakes anymore.
Out on a midnight walk to clear his mind, Daryl runs into his former mentor, the only man who really ever knew him, Sensei Gilbert.
Because I know everything about you. I know your strengths, and I know your weaknesses, yeah!
I gotta hit it big again. I just need to find that one perfect color and name it and get rich. And Stephanie will come back to me.
Gosh, I thought we put this Sensei Gilbert madness in the rear view, Daryl. You know what your father thinks of Sensei Gilbert's teachings. He tried to rip our family apart.
Didn't need him then, don't need him now!
Daryl's worst fears become reality later that same fateful night as he writhed in horror on his mom and dad's toilet.
I told you this was going to happen. You're too old for this. Too much red pepper flakes.
It's the sauce, not the red pepper flakes. You ain't the boss of me no more. I eat what I want. Just like Sensei Gilbert said. Oh God, the pain is getting worse. Oh God.
It ain't the dang sauce. Now you listen to me, son. There comes a time in every man's life where he's got to realize he can't eat a pile of red pepper flakes no more.
I'm struggling in here. Dad!
Tommy Lee Jones.
You come on out of there and we'll work this out. Together. We will work this out together, as a family. You don't need to live your life like this anymore.
Alyssa Milano.
Daryl, listen to your father.
The Macho King Randy Savage is Sensei Gilbert.
Meet your nightmare, yeah!
And Taylor Lautner.
It's coming out again. It's the color. It's so beautiful.
Honey, what's happening? Are you okay?
I'm more than okay. I did it, Mama. I'm gonna be a star.
Son, what is it? What do you see?
Hellfire.
Hellfire. Rated PG-13. Coming this holiday season and only available on the South Fork Tourism app.
WJAC-TV, your home for the Sochi Winter Games, is kicking off the Olympics with the U.S. Open snowboarding qualifiers at Seven Springs during WJAC Snow Days. I'm Severe Weather Team 6 Chief Meteorologist Jim Burke. Join the 6 News team as we hit the slopes and enjoy skiing, snowboarding, and tubing. Plus, check out our Weather Experience booth where kids can learn how to forecast the weather. There's something fun for the entire family. I'll see you at Seven Springs at WJAC Snow Days, January 31st and February 1st.
We are back here at G.H. Miller Memorial Field. Forest Hills versus the World, a Sidman Spectacle. Heck of a first half, guys, from both of these teams. What do you just see in the first half that leads you to come to the conclusion that either one of these teams can pull out this win at the end of the day?
Well, here's what I saw. I saw, as we said earlier, I saw the makings of a heavyweight fight. All the standards and tropes and everything that you always hear about filling each other out in the first couple of rounds. That was the first few drives. A lot of just runs into the middle, see what we got. Can we establish something here? And then obviously both teams started to open things up. We had a big pass, and then they scored. Rangers responded. Everything is where it should be.
Baker, I know you're down on the field right now, and you're going to try to catch up with with one of the coaches here before we get going here for the third quarter. But what did you see when you were up here in the booth? What were some of your observations about the first half and some keys to the second half?
Yeah, some things I noticed is that Ranger defense settled in there at the end of the half, and the offense stayed very aggressive. The bad guys, they had the field position battle early in the first quarter, but they didn't have it in the second quarter. So we'll see. Seems like field position battle is going to be the key here for the success of the second half.
Teams are coming back out onto the field here. Baker, I know you're going to try to catch up with Coach Bailey here and get a word before they kick off for the second half.
Coach, you have a lead going into the second half. Obviously, a lot of football left here. What's the key to maintaining this score and getting a win here today?
Well, we got to be able to stop somebody when they get the ball. We have to play a lot better defense to be successful. Again, typically Forest Hills plays a lot tougher defense. Hopefully our defense will improve. In order for us to win, it has to improve.
Thank you, Coach.
Teams are back out. They're stretching here, warming up for the second half. It looks like we're about to get this thing underway. And the Rangers are going to receive this opening kickoff for the second half. It looks like we've got John Long, the Ranger receiver that caught the big touchdown pass early in the game, is going to be back deep to receive for the Rangers, and he's going to be right there with Anthony Younger. We heard his name a little bit earlier also. 2010 All-State guy, ended up playing at Gannon. And I think Matt DeMoncos is going to kick this one off, former McCourt kicker here. Willis has got him lined up. They're about ready to kick this thing off. This is going to be a really interesting second half here. These teams are surprisingly pretty evenly matched, even with so much firepower, especially on the bad guys team from all over the place over the years. And it looks like DeMoncos is going to kick this one away. Oh, he's onside, kicked it onside, and it looks like, I think they got it. Yeah, the bad guy sideline jumping around, and they got it. Will Spotchart from Berlin Brothers Valley, 2010 All-State QB, is going to get away with that recovery for the onside kick. And the bad guys are going to get this ball to start the second half. Really gutsy play right there from the three coaches over on the sideline. But the bad guys are going to get it here, man. They're going to go right after. They're going right after the Rangers. They got the ball threatening already. Rangers 45-yard line.
Yeah, we've seen that before in a Super Bowl. We saw the Saints do that. Tried to sneak one, but they were successful.
Anthony Doria at QB. It's going to come out here for this. Here's a snap. Newton, former St. Francis wrestler, UPJ wrestler. He's going to hand that one off. And that's going to be a rush for a loss. John Richardson in on the tackle there for the Rangers. Jason Toth with the assist. So they're going to try to run it. They go really aggressive to kick that onside kick, and they get it. And start out conservatively here with the first play with a handoff. Gets taken right down on that one.
Yeah, interesting call. You would think that after the onside kick, you'd think that maybe we'd see something play action up top, and they just get it straight in the middle.
We're going to hand it off here to Newton. So Newton's going to get the carry here, hand off to Newton. He's going to get a couple brought down by Colton Daniel, who said his name earlier. Right now he's playing at Oberlin College in Ohio. Great Division III school. Going to get brought down there, and it looks like we're going to bring up a third down here for the bad guys. A little conservative. I got to say I'm a little surprised they're going so conservative and being so aggressive on that opening onside. But here we are.
And, this all could be what they would have seen at halftime. Maybe they thought that they could beat the Rangers up in the middle. And obviously the Ranger defensive adjustments have been on par.
QB keeper there for a good gain. Looks like they got a penalty on the play, though. Not sure who they called that on yet. Referees are going to talk here. And looks like we've got a face mask on the Rangers. So the Forest Hills defense is going to give them some more. Sean Kissel gets called for that face mask. And they're going to move him first down.
Yeah, it's a shame. You thought that they'd teach him better in that Kelly Drive development. Elton Pride, man. Elton Pride. You know, things haven't been the same ever since the ball diamond went down.
First down from the 25-yard line. Threatening again here are the bad guys. There's the snap. They're going to run it to Kevin D'Ambrosia from Richland on the jet sweep. Another jet sweep. And they snuffed it out again. The Rangers snuffed out another jet sweep. Jared McCumbee in on the tackle there, 2010 All-State DB. Heck of a play there to read that in open field. And they got nothing on that one. So we're going to go to second down here. Ball's going to be on the 25. Third quarter here. Game is tied 7-7. 10 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Bad guys threatening again. It's going to be it's so important to keep them out of the end zone in this second half and not get into a hole and have to dig out of it. Because both these teams are eating a lot of clock with the runs. They're going to go to Parker Gregg here on the handoff. And he's going to fight, and he gets a couple. Parker Gregg's the IUP, 2021 All-State running back at Central. One of the toughest kids. I've got to say, Mongoose, one of the toughest kids that I've seen play in the Laurel Highlands in a long time is Parker Gregg.
And that's a heck of a statement because the conference is known for, as we had said before, smash mouth, hard-nosed football. And so those accolades coming from somebody that's seen a couple of decades worth of football, hats off to you, sir.
Jason Tothin on the tackle there. We've heard his name a couple times on defense. Early 90s player, played on that 91 team. Heck of a player for the Rangers over the years. We're going to line this one up here. Threatening again. They got a little bit of yards on that Parker Gregg, and we got to, looks like they're blowing it dead already. Something happened. Did we get a false start?
Yeah, procedure penalty, it looks like.
Procedure penalty. Waiting for the call here from Willis. What do we got here, Willis? Definitely a penalty on the bad guys. They're going to move them back. I think what did we get? Was it a false start? I'm not sure what happened there on that. They called it on Andy Higgins from Somerset. We know that. They moved him back. Higgins was at the Citadel. Big-time wrestler, too. Mid-90s. Third down. Anthony Doria at QB. They're going to dump it off to Caleb Burke from Richland. He's got some room. He's going to get down the left sideline. A couple of Rangers in the tackle there. Eric Trout leading the charge for the Rangers. They got a bunch of yards on that one back. Trout, a 2002 All-State DB.
Screen's great call right there.
It really is.
And especially, I love the play design. The rollout, draw in the defensive line, draw in any of the pass rushers, dump it right over the top. Blockers out front. Good play design there by the bad guys.
Anthony Doria for Seton LaSalle, of course, went on to play at St. Francis. A lot of guys matriculated to St. Francis that the Rangers have played over the years. 2002 All-State QB.
Big fourth down.
The line is a fourth down. They're going to go for it on fourth down. You can't blame them for that. The ball's on the 20. Doria takes the snap. He's going to keep it, and he didn't get it. The Rangers come up big on defense. Colton Daniel and Sean Kissel. So Kissel trying to negate that penalty he had earlier in the drive. Big time stop there for the Rangers to keep them out of the end zone here on fourth down. The Rangers are going to take over on offense.
A lot of odd play calls on that drive there from the bad guys. You get the onside kick, and then you start with a couple of runs. You feel like they would want to stay on the aggressive side, but it feels like they're just not willing to throw the ball down the field.
Doria with a big arm, too. I'm surprised they didn't take a shot deep on that drive. An action in a bomb, as Mongoose alluded to a little earlier, would have probably been a great call. They had a lot of firepower on the outside. They just didn't take advantage of it on that one. Doria's going to come off the field. Travis Rearick's going to come in as QB for the Rangers. There's the snap. He's going to keep it up towards the middle of the line. He's going to get a couple yards. He's going to get brought down by Eric Minnemeyer in Florida Atlantic. And it looks like the Rangers are going to go make a change here at QB. They're going to put Dutch in. Are they? Is he going in? No, it looks like he's not. A big George Michaels fan, Dutch. Probably in the CFL Hall of Fame, at least in his own mind. 1998 QB, and they're going to pull him right out. Travis Rearick's going back in. Bailey said no way. So Rearick goes back into the game.
Yeah, hey, you got to have faith.
You got to have faith. Here's a pass to the outside receiver. It looks like it's going to be Brian Endler. What a game down the sideline. Endler got the sideline. Big game for the Rangers. So Travis Rarick puts one in the air. Brian Endler, another guy who might be a candidate for the best player to ever come out of Forest Hills. Went to Lehigh. Great wideout. Very fast. You saw the speed right there on that one. And he gets down into bad guys' territory, and the Rangers are moving the ball. We've got the ball right now on the 46. The bad guys' 46. Huge gain right there. Huge gain for Brian Endler. Brought down finally by Kareem Gibson. Former Johnstown great. Went on to play at UVA in Virginia. All-state guy. Rearick again going to go to the air. He's going to throw this one to Timmy Bumgardner. Bumgardner breaks a tackle. He gets back to the middle of the field, and he's going to get brought down. First down Rangers, and it looks like they've got a big gain here again. And they are down to about the 35, so they're moving the ball here with Rearick. And it just shows you, once you put the ball in the air sometimes, man, big things happen. Timmy Bumgardner was an unbelievable receiver for the Rangers. You know, he was two-time All-State, 91, 92, 92 Tribune Democrat Player of the Year. Lived up there by the middle school.
And isn't this the antithesis of what we saw in the last drive? More conservative, drive sputters out. Here we see the Rangers come out, slinging it, aggressive. Obviously something that they saw at the half, adjustments made. Very impressive drives so far.
Yeah, Bumgardner ended up going to play football at Fordham. We got a man in motion. Rearick again to the air. And it looks like that one's going to be incomplete. He tried to go to Endler again. Kareem Gibson again on the coverage. This time Gibson got the better of Endler, I think, on that one. So we're going to clear to second down.
Bit of an adjustment here by the Forest Hills offense. They're using a lot more motion pre-snap here, and it seems to be throwing off the bad guys' defense.
It sure is. It's a good thing. Halftime adjustments, man. That's what it's all about. Everybody's trying to win this game and get a big win here. This is a big statement win for both of these teams. Bad guys don't want to come in here, you know, an all-star team of bad guys don't want to come in here and lose to an all-star team of one team, right? So they're trying to get the big win. Rearick again in the air. And he's going to go to Joe Jones, tight end, first down. Joe Jones, of course, early 80s, went to play at Virginia Tech. And he played for the Colts. Actually, I believe the only Forest Hills Ranger to ever play in the NFL for football was Joe Jones. So Jones, a huge catch right there in a first down. Couple really good tight end plays here tonight for the Rangers. And we got a first down here on about the 24-yard line, 23-yard line, it looks like. So we're moving right along here, first down.
Things looking great here for Forest Hills on offense.
Rearick at QB again. There's the snap. Throws immediately to the outside. They go to the air again. This time it's going to be caught by Bumgardner again. And he gets the ball down to about the 16-yard line. So it looks like we're moving in the air, man. We're moving in the air big time here for the Rangers.
Rangers in the red zone, going to be interesting to see. Do they give the ball? Does former red zone, Old Spice red zone player of the year finalist Cody Gallagher, does he get a touch inside the red zone? Guy had 25 touchdowns his senior year, 2002. Do they hand the ball off? Does he sniff it, or do they keep the ball in the air and move it the way that they have?
Break the huddle here. Here's the formation. They've got two in the back. Looks like Gallagher and Dudukovic are in the backfield here. And it looks like, well, I think they called a timeout. So Bailey's going to call a timeout. They're going to take a look at this. Bailey's going to call a timeout. They saw something with that alignment, with that defense. Called a timeout here. They're first of the half. So we got 5:14 left here in the third quarter. Scores tied up here at G.H. Miller Memorial Field for the Sidman Spectacle. Got to get points here, guys.
Oh, without a doubt. And, you know, hindsight's always 20/20, and everybody loves aggressive play calling. But that fourth and short, and nobody's going to blame anybody for going for it on a fourth and short, but points are at a premium right now. And when you have kickers like all the Demonicuses, my Lord, you think that possibly the bad guys are regretting that decision to go for it right now.
I'm still thinking about that drive, the last drive that they had. They come out, they're super aggressive on that onside kick. They get the ball. There's excitement in the stands, excitement all over the sideline for the bad guys. And then they keep it on the ground a couple times. They've got such a weapon with Doria. You would think they would have taken a shot at the end zone or tried to throw the ball a little bit more. I don't know what made them so unsettled with the play calling on that last possession here. But now, you know, you look at it now. Now the Rangers have gotten the ball, and they're doing probably exactly what the bad guys should have done on their last possession, putting the ball in the air. They got a big weapon with Rierick, ended up playing in college also. So why not throw it around a little bit?
Bobby Pachurin again now at center for the Rangers.
Rierick ended up going to Mercyhurst, All-State guy. Here's the snap. They give it to Dukovic. He breaks a tackle. He's in the middle of the field, and he's in the end zone. Nick Dukovic with a huge run for the Rangers, and that's going to put Forest Hills in the lead. Nick Dukovic, big handoff from Rierick. He's going to go right through the middle of the field. IUP guy, All-State running back, Nick Dukovic.
That's a heck of a play call. As we just said, the Rangers spread them out. They went vertical. They went horizontal. Ball was in the air. Get inside the red zone. The handoff inside. Off tackle run. That's a great mix of play calls. And hats off to the coaching staff here. This is prime adjustments. Great job.
Great job there by the staff, indeed. Great job by the players in the field, too. So Dukovic, Tribune Democrat All-2000s team, 2010 Tribune Player of the Year. That's a Wimber boy. And we're glad to have him in the Ranger uniform, that's for sure. So here's the extra point. Blanchetti will hold. Jimmy Pachernik will snap it. George Scott, extra point is up, and it is good. So the Rangers take a 14-7 lead here in the third, and we got about 5 minutes left to play. 5:04 left in the third quarter here. We'll see how the bad guys answer here. We'll see if they go to the air after that last possession kind of shot themselves in the foot, and they lost the lead here. So we'll see how they respond. Special teams unit's going to come out on the field here. There's something happened there where there was a penalty because we're kicking the ball off.
I'm gonna be willing to bet that there was something
a little chippy after that touchdown.
Yes, yeah. Something a little unprofessional set.
Short kick by Crone's going to be taken by the up back, caught by Tyloff from Aliquippa, and he's going to get tackled pretty quickly by Justin Byer. 1999 grad, second-team All-State guy, Tribune Democrat Offensive Player of the Year, and Byer playing a little special teams here for the Rangers tonight. Something happened with the bad guys. We didn't see the call was from Willis. There's a lot of people walking around on the Forest Hill sideline, so we didn't get the call when Willis came over to give the call to the press box. But there was definitely a penalty, and the Rangers ended up kicking that ball off from bad guys' territory. So tough field position. Actually, they ended up with not bad field position. The bad guys got the ball on their own 30-yard line here.
No, strategically, you try to kick it shorter to make them have a return, but
they end up getting them good field position. Yeah.
Yep.
So it looks like Logan Pfister is in there from Chestnut Ridge as the QB. Handed off to Jesse Jones. That's a name that Forest Hills fans probably don't want to remember anymore. Jesse Jones, a great Tyrone running back, 4-year starter at Tyrone. He was brought down after a pretty nice game here by Chad Papsunik. Two-time All-State guy, 99-2000 for Jesse Jones. Really high on the list of rushing yards for that school, and they've had a lot of good running backs over the years at that place. Second down here. Pfister with a handoff to Dallas Wharton. That's another Ligonier guy, and he's got a great run around the right side. And he's going to muscle through a couple guys and get the first down. Big run there for Dallas Wharton from Ligonier. Former Temple player, Dallas Wharton.
Still, the bad guys staying conservative on the ground here, not willing to air it out.
Jake Shope brought him down. That's a big load to bring down, man. That's a big boy. So we've got a first down here at about the 44, their own 44-yard line. Keeping the ball on the ground, as you said, Baker. A little surprised by that. Just for center.
They like to ground down. They're going to grind you in the stone.
There's the snap. He's going to keep it. Pfister's going to get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, and he's going to get brought down by Josh Newcomer and John Opachernik again. John Opachernik, I don't know if we mentioned this earlier. He went to James Madison, Division I, played Division I football, 96 Tribune Democrat Player of the Year, man. Big-time accolades for Jono, and he's been in on a couple of tackles here tonight. That's the first time we've heard Newcomer's name. Second down here for the bad guys, 2nd and 10. Pfister still at QB. Chestnut Ridge guy, they're going to fake the handoff. He's going to keep it around the right side. He gets about 4, maybe 5, 4.5. Brought down by Eric Elgin. Keeping it on the ground here again, Baker. They're keeping it on the ground.
That's their identity, ground and pound offense.
Well, and it probably makes the most sense, right? Because you have all the cooks in the kitchen. You have Shoemaker, who's known for the option. You have Fetzer, that's known for all of the shifts and everything. Still a run first guy. And Salem has always been one to sort of maximize the talents rather than sort of fit the players to his offense. That all being said, I got right now that I think that this is what you call a compromise, right? That they centered on, we're going to pound the ball, we're going to move it up the field, and let's see what happens.
Well, they tried to run it right there with Doug Miller from Brookville, and he got tackled for a loss in the backfield by Ryan Ford. That's the first time we've heard Ford here tonight. Great running back linebacker for the Rangers. This is going to bring up fourth down. They're going to have to punt this ball away. They didn't even get to midfield. Bad guys did not even get to midfield, so McCumbie's going to punt this one away. Ian Border again, the Huntington guy on the long snap. McCumbie, a Bishop Carroll grad. And he's going to punt this one. Not a bad punt, caught by Tommy Chunta. And Chunta's got a lot of room here in the middle of the field. Made a couple guys miss. He's still on his feet. And he gets back into bad guys' territory here. So Chunta's going to bring that ball back almost to midfield, maybe even across midfield.
I think he did cross midfield. Looks like the ball is Rangers going to have starting field position at about the bad guys' 46-yard line.
Another Cal U Vulcan, Tommy Chunta, 1989. Brought down by X-Ray Lowe in Johnstown. Big decorated guy, X-Ray Lowe. Former Mountaineer, West Virginia. Two-time All-State guy. Offensive Player of the Year, also from Johnstown. So the Rangers got pretty good field position. They're in midfield, and we're going to see what they do here. Bad guys gave him one on that one. Couldn't bring him down. Couldn't bring Chunta down. Justin Myers is going to come into the game as a player. And he's the current head coach at Forest Hills. He's going to come in as a QB. They go right to the outside with a quick shot. Ross Carpenter on the catch. And I believe that's enough for a first down, Mongoose.
Yep, and it's a great play call. Look, you have the bad guys defense, defensive backs playing off, and we have the Rangers offense taking what's given to them. So throw the stand, get the ball out there quick, let Ross Carpenter make a move. You know he's got the shapes, and he did it right there. First down, Rangers.
Carpenter with a really nice play there. He's getting covered by Matt Scherer from Tyrone. Won the play at Mansfield, two-time All-State DB. So Justin Myers moving him down the field here. We got a little motion. Myers with the snap. They're going to hand it off to Damon Crowley. Crowley with a break. He breaks in the middle of the field, and he was gone. No one's catching Damon Crowley. Touchdown. Touchdown, good guys. The Rangers get on the board again. Damon Crowley with a huge run from midfield, and that's going to put the Rangers up by 2 touchdowns. What a block right there by Mike Leventree to lead the way through that hole. That's another Elton guy right there, Mongoose. 1991 Forest Hills Ranger. Big-time player for them on both sides of the ball. What a run by Crowley, man. And that was just put them up. That's going to be really tough for the bad guys here to crawl out of this one for sure. I mean, Crowley's got the Laurel Highlands rushing record with over 2,000 yards. So, you got to be aware of that guy being on the field.
I have 2 words for you. Mr. Crowley. And then a couple more words. What went on in your head?
George Scott's extra point is going to be good. Lou Blanchetti with the hold, and the Rangers are going to take the 21-7 lead with 55 seconds left here in the third quarter. So we got a real shift in momentum here, man. Baker, how you feeling about this shift in momentum, man? What do the bad guys got to do to stay in this one?
Well, the bad guys, they got to get out of their own way. They got to stop staying conservative. And we've been saying this whole time, they stay conservative. They want to run the ball. You got to air it out. You got to trust your guy. We know some universities in the state of Pennsylvania, they don't like to trust their quarterback to throw it down the field anymore. So they got to unhitch the ice wagon. They got to let it loose. They got to let it fly. You got to get it down the field, kid.
Yeah, down 2 touchdowns now here with only 55 seconds left in the third quarter. They got to make some kind of an adjustment here to get back into this one. It's going to be tough. It's like Mongoose said, man. You've got 3 coaches on that sideline that are probably run first guys that they use the run to set up the pass, and they've got to establish the run game. It might be a little bit hard of a mentality shift for them to get back into this, but they've got to do something here. So we've got a kickoff. Sven Krohn's kickoff is going to get blown dead. And we got a penalty. It looks like it's going to be on the Rangers. It might have been a false start here. So we'll get the call from Willis to see what happened here. They blew it dead right away after the kick. Ethan Weber back deep for the bad guys. He's playing at Lafayette right now, 2021 All-State guy. Gavin Eckley looks like he's back deep too for Bold Eagle Area, another 2021 All-State guy. So they're going to back him up. They're going to call. Looks like they called Jesse Scott of the Rangers on the penalty there. They backed him up a little bit.
Always known as a rogue, you know. You don't have a wallet chain and not get called for penalties. So
Brown's kick is going to go deep. It's going to get picked up here. No, it's going to go into the end zone. They're going to let it roll into the end zone. So, okay, so the bad guys are going to take this ball. They're going to start on their own end of the 20-yard line. We're going to see what they can do here. See how they come out on offense. Boy, a big stop right here for the Rangers would be key going into the fourth quarter, getting all the momentum. They got all the momentum right now. Defense is on the field here. Dan Felix is going to be back out on the field. Art Moss looking at some of these numbers. Ryan Ford. Looks like Sharif Bilau's back in there at DB. And they're going to go with Crookshank at QB. Bishop Carroll, great.
Crookshank, an option guy. Interesting to see. Do we see quarterback runs? Do we see him sling the ball?
And he's gonna keep it. He's gonna get a few. He got 2 or 3 out of that one, brought down by Felix. Crookshank, a really highly decorated guy. Went to Slippery Rock. All-State guy, 2002. 4-year starter at Slippery Rock. Tribune Democrat All-2000s team. Player of the Year, 2002. And it doesn't get much better than that. And then he goes to the next level and kills it there, too. A lot of talent on them Bishop Carroll teams, man, early 2000s. There's the snap. They're going to hand it off to Anquan Reed. And Reed is going to go around the right side. He's got a lot of room, and he's going to get brought down by a host of Rangers, but that's a first down. Big run there. About an 8 or 9 yard gain there for Anquan Reed from Johnstown.
Same things we're always seeing here. They're just going to run the ball, and they're just not going to throw it. And
they got so many athletes. I mean, they're just getting the ball in the hands of their athletes. They've got so many athletic quarterbacks to just move in and out of there. You saw, Crookshank, and you saw Hohenstein, and you saw McCavish. I mean, those are people that you'd want to put the ball in their hands on every down if you had a chance to do that. So now we got Crookshank in there, man. He might be arguably the best of the 3, maybe if not number 1, at least number 2. We got a penalty on the bad guys here, it looks like. Nice run there by Anquan Reed. He ended up going to Pitt. Played at Pitt for a number of years. Penalty on the bad guys. They're going to back him up. Looks like they're going to call Mike Rebar of New Brighton. Harvard guy. 2004 All-State. So they're going to be first down here, but they're way backed up to about the 17. They're talking to Crookshank about something. Willis and Crookshank are talking about something here. Crookshank's going to move the running back again. There's the snap. He's going to keep it to the right side.
Wow.
Yeah, interesting call here. Going to get brought down by Dayton Mall. He's playing right now at Westminster in PA, Northwestern PA. Artie Moss is going to assist on that tackle. Yeah, interesting call. Interesting call.
They're coming off the edge with that blitz. That was a very aggressive call. I like it by the Forest Hills defense.
Great call right there. Okay, that looks like that's gonna be the end of the third quarter. So we've got a score. We got 21-7 Forest Hills here in the Forest Hills versus the World All-Star game. G.H. Miller Memorial Field, the Sidman Spectacle. And we're going to go to break right now, hear from one of our sponsors. And you'll be right back right here on the Podski Sports Network.
It is a part of Ranger tradition as old as time. Meat, cheese, a homemade bun, and potato chips on the side. The best time of the whole month to be a student in the Forest Hills School District. When it is time for the legendary Ranger sub.
Hey nerd, that ain't how we eat a Ranger sub.
My name isn't Nerd. It's Gigabyte.
Well, listen up, nerd. If you don't start crushing those potato chips on top of that Ranger sub, we're gonna crush you.
That's enough, Rusty. Sorry about those guys, Gigabyte. They get a little carried away. I don't know if we ever actually met. I'm Reed Reynolds from Salix, the star quarterback.
Wow, Salix. The best quarterback in the Laurel Highlands Athletic Conference.
But all of their lives would change forever just a few milliseconds later.
It's gone. The recipe has been stolen. I have been making them from memory, but I am getting so old and absent-minded. I check the vault every week to make sure the recipe is intact. Someone must have broken in here and stolen it during Friday night's football game.
The blame for this embarrassment goes all the way to the top in the Ranger community. A star-studded cast, Ranger alumni, and local favorite Johnny Utah as Superintendent Jeffrey Nevada.
I mean, I'm getting hate mail. I got people emailing me. I got people stopping at my house. You.
The guy that played Cliff Clavin on Cheers as Ranger head football coach Morris Tinsley.
Did you call me in here to fire me? Look, I know we lost to Westmont 81-0, again. We just can't figure out that double wing.
Night Court veteran John Larroquette as Athletic Director Menendez.
Sit down, damn it. Listen, I am getting a lot of heat from Superintendent Nevada over this stolen Ranger subs recipe. This is bigger than last week's game. We have been investigating this now for 2 weeks. We know it was stolen by that motorcycle gang from Central Cambria. I talked to their head coach today on the phone.
Yeah? And what did Coach Jefferson have to say?
Ranger Subs, the series, is full of palace intrigue, espionage, romance, and high school football.
So you're the one that is gonna help get the recipe back? You're just a nerd who's never even kissed a girl.
No, don't put me in there. I have a girlfriend. She goes to Bishop Carroll.
Yeah, sure. That's what they all say. Nerd, have a nice swim.
Put him down, Rusty. We need all the help we can get if we want to save that Ranger subs recipe.
Margot Robbie as Antoinette Bennett.
Wait, so they said they don't believe you that I exist? Did you tell them I go to Bishop Carroll?
I told them you are the key to all of this.
Hello, this is Tinsley.
And Tommy Lee Jones as Coach Jefferson.
Hey Tinsley, this is Coach Jefferson from Central Cambria. Yeah, we have your little recipe, and we're gonna burn it too.
You harmed that recipe, and there's gonna be hell to pay.
Let's settle this like real men, by putting our self-worth and careers in the hands of teenagers. We'll see you and Reed Reynolds at Mansion Park in the District 6 championship game, if you're man enough to make it that far.
We'll be there.
Ranger Subs, the series. Catch all 10 episodes of Season 1, now streaming and only available on the Podski Sports Network app.
Sorry I called you a nerd, Gigabyte. I was afraid of your intelligence. Sometimes when I get scared, I hold my breath until my brain shuts off.
It's okay, Rusty. We are all in this together. By my calculations, if we can stay healthy through the Somerset game, we have a 31% chance of defeating Central Cambria and getting back the recipe.
I'll take those odds. With my arm, Gigabyte's brains, and Coach Tinsley's X's and O's, we're gonna do it. Let's go win some Ranger subs in a District 6 championship.
All right, we are back here in Sidman, the Sidman Spectacle, to start the fourth quarter here. The bad guys find themselves down 21-7. They got the ball. They got the ball right now. It's going to be second down. Crookshank at the helm. Breaks the huddle here. We're going to see what the bad guys can do here. Salem, Shoemaker, and Fetzer got to climb themselves out of this against Don Bailey. Single back. There's the snap. They're going to run it again. They're going to run Brett Veach around the right side. He's going to get a bunch of yards. He's going to take it out of bounds. Brett Veach, you might know, Kansas City Chiefs general manager right now, Brett Veach, former Mount Carmel running back, played at the University of Delaware. Unbelievably decorated guy for sure. Played in that state title game against the Rangers in Mansion Park, 1994. Two-time All-State guy. So they're going to get the first down out of that. Finally brought down by Ryan Ford from behind, pushed out of bounds. First down here. Crookshank again. They're going to hand it off again. They're going to give it to Fashani, Joe Fashani from Westmont. He's going to get a bunch of yards in the middle of the field. Picks up about 8. Art Moss brings him down.
Gashing the Rangers front right now. You know, there's been a lot of criticism in this booth about, you know, conservative play calls. But listen, just as you had said before, Andretti, you have athletes on the field, and when you have the ball in their hands, if you're able to put a hat on the hat and open holes the way that they're doing right now, they're okay.
There's new guys up front here. You got Damian Chrissy from Bedford, Shamar Jones from Johnstown, are guys that are in there right now in the line for the bad guys. And here's another handoff. They're going to give this one to Fashani again, and he's going to get brought down. The defensive tackles came to play on that one. Did Jason Plummer, J.J. Madigan team up? Both defensive tackles are in on the stop here for the Rangers. Under 11 minutes to go here. 21-7, Forest Hills.
There is plenty of time, but time does fly.
Especially when you're running the ball, that clock is just going to keep rolling and rolling. Third down here. Third and about 3. 2 or 3. Crookshank's going to roll a little to his left. He's going to dump it off. He's going to dump that one off to Cooper Rother from Guilfoyle. I don't know if he got it. I think he's a little short. He got 1 or 2. Dayton Mall on the coverage. So they're going to come up short here. It's going to be fourth down. Fourth down here again for the bad guys. And that clock continues to run. The more they keep that ball on the ground, the more that clock continues to run.
You would think now is the time to go for it. Down 2 scores inside 10 minutes.
Josh Seidel came into the game here. That's a big one for McCord. Nice blitz right there. Oh, Crookshank read that one all the way, and he kept it around the left side. Blows past everybody. Look, huge gain. We're into Ranger territory, down to about the 30-yard line. Big first down. Boy, he read that blitz. That right there, that Ryan Ford blitz came from a million miles away, it looked like. And he read that thing all the way, man. First down. And they're in business right now, the bad guys.
And that is great execution. Great execution. You said read the blitzer, but yep, that it's all about do I keep, do I give? Kept it on that one right around the end, blown containment by the Rangers, and there we go.
Going to hand this one off here to Josh Seidel from McCourt. And a big run for him. Another first down. Finally pushed out of bounds by Greg Myers. Playing DB for the Rangers here tonight. Josh Seidel from McCourt. Ended up playing at IUP. 2009 Tribune Democrat Offensive Player of the Year. All 2000s team. All-State running back 2009 also. So you got another first down here for the bad guys, and they're threatening here from about the 16. And they're going to blow it here, blow it dead before the snap. Something happened. We got another penalty here.
Crookshank takes a bump.
Let's see what Willis has got here for us. Looks like we've got offsides on the defense.
Yep, we had Rangers come across into the neutral zone. Nate Crookshank, flat back, akin
all night here. Madigan playing well all night, but he got called for that penalty.
The Crookshank sold it, though, akin to Kevin Nash and the finger poke of doom.
Oh, we got a botch snap, and it looks like, did they get it back? They're going to give it, yeah, they got it back, but Jason Plummer in on the sack of Crookshank. And they're going to push him back and forth. Devastating play. That takes a lot of momentum out. Crookshank's coming out. I think Crookshank might have gotten banged up a little bit, Mongoose, as you were saying. Because they put Kellen Stahl into the game here. So Kellen Stahl from Richland is going to come into the game here at QB. That's the first time we've seen a QB get changed mid-possession. He's going to keep it. He's going to fumble the ball. And the Rangers did grab it, but I think they blew it dead.
They're going to put the ball in the turf 2 times in the last 2 plays. That is, things are getting a little shaky. Even though the spot on the field is good for the bad guys, time is getting shorter and the execution is getting worse.
It is. And they got, they called it ground caused it. So Stahl put it on the ground. And we had a penalty too on that one. Looks like Josh Waite from Central. Excellent lineman. He's playing at Shippensburg right now, I believe. 2-time All-State guy. They might have got him for a hold, I believe. And they moved this one all the way back.
Shippensburg, they say the Fertile Crescent of Pennsylvania. Cradle of civilization here.
So it looks like we got all the way back here. Second down is going to get replayed. Stahl's going to hand this one off to Evan Chadbourne from Guilfoyle, and he's going to get brought down immediately by a host of Rangers. They come up big again here in the TFL. Dan Felix leading the charge at linebacker. Big play here. Ranger defense is really stepping up here late in this game.
Yeah, you're telling me, pinned their ears back. Once the bad guys started knocking on the door, they shut it. They said, no mas. You shall not pass. They put on their Gandalf hat.
We are at about 7:20 right now left in this game. The clock is still ticking here. It's still possible for the bad guys. They got to do something here. They got to take a shot here. They got to do something and try to get into this game. Stahl's got a big arm, but again, we said that about Doria too in the first half. So Stahl is going to throw this one. He's going to drop back and he's going to heave one down the field. He's got a guy down there and incomplete. They were looking for Joe Del Sardo from Seton LaSalle. Speaking of Doria, that was one of Doria's big-time targets. It was Joe Del Sardo. Dayton Mall and the excellent coverage there. Del Sardo ended up playing at Pitt, 2002 All-State wideout for Seton LaSalle. It's going to bring up 4th down here for the bad guys. 4th and a lot. 4th and quite a lot.
Yeah, they finally call a pass play, and they got something downfield, and it's incomplete. Let's see if they get creative here and get a first down.
He had him for a second, but then Mall closed on him quickly. Great play there by Dayton Mall.
Hindsight 2020, you go back to, you have DeMonicos. If you would have kicked that in the first half, maybe they kick this one here, make this a one possession game.
Saul's going to air it out again. He's looking for Eli Lingenfelder from Central. Again, incomplete pass. Greg Myers on the coverage, and the Rangers are going to take over here. Forest Hills takes over with 6:50 left. It's going to be tough here for the bad guys to get back into this one. Rangers going to take over on their own 32. 1st and 10. 2-touchdown lead. What are you thinking there, Baker? What do you do here?
I say you sweep the leg. You go for the win. You just ice it out. Send them packing.
We'll see how the Rangers respond here. They're going to go with Brian Kedlowik. We mentioned him a little earlier. Cousin Mitch is the one to block that field goal. So Kedlowik into the game. And they're going to throw it on 1st down. Kedlowik puts it in the air. Big throw down the field. Sideline. Looking for Ross Carpenter. Broken up by Andrew Hawkins from Bishop McCourt. Interesting play call there. On 1st down for the Rangers. Maybe Ked called his own play on that one.
You know, the thing is, could have seen something, gave the helmet tap, to see maybe we could take a shot. I don't know if they're going to be happy on the sideline. That does kill the clock. But again, this does tell the tale of the second half, doesn't it? Where we have a more aggressive Forest Hills and we have a more conservative bad guys.
Yeah, Hawkins on the coverage there, McCourt guy. 2-time All-State, played for the Rams, the Bengals, the Browns, the Patriots, and the Montreal Alouettes. And it looks like on this one, the Rangers going to keep it on the ground. And they gave it to Justin Byer, who made a nice tackle on special teams earlier. So Byer's going to get a couple. And he's going to get tackled by, it looks like, Paul Forcellini, former Bucknell player, too, from Bishop Carroll. First time we've seen Forcellini in the game. Joe Mosser assisted. Lycoming guy from Bald Eagle Nittany, 2-time All-State guy. It's going to bring up 3rd down here for the Rangers. 3rd and about 6. Kedlowik still behind center. There's the snap. He's going to put it in the air again, and that ball is it's intercepted. That ball is intercepted in enemy territory. Oh, the bad guys got the ball in Ranger territory here from about the 37-yard line. They're going to get the ball back to Lalick with the throw. Aaron Peterman from Westmont. He was looking for Tommy Chunta on that, but Peterman ends up getting it. Excellent reception there. Two-time All-State guy, offensive player of the year, Tribune Democrat. Under 6 minutes to go in this game. Bad guys threatening. And looks like they're going to call a timeout here.
They are. I thought they were just checking the sideline. Maybe they would have a change of play.
Yeah.
But they saw something they either didn't like or weren't ready for. And again, this is a testament to the Ranger coaching staff for either changing looks or being prepared for something that the bad guys didn't think they'd be prepared for.
Timeout here. Going to talk about this one a little bit. Here comes the bad guys' offense back out onto the field. And it's do or die right now, you would think, here for the bad guys. They've got to get something.
Under 6 minutes left, no points. I don't want to say it's the ball game because crazier things have happened, especially in high school football, but this is a crucial drive. Inside Ranger territory, you would think now's the time.
1994 All-State QB. That's a name people don't want to remember in Forest Hills land. Mike Higgins from Mount Carmel is going to come out here. There's the snap. And he's going to fumble it. They're going to botch the handoff. He was trying to give that one to Keegan Myrick, Bishop Guilfoyle. And it looks like Russ Kaiser came up with that ball, Mongoose. The Rangers got the ball back. So Higgins comes into the game. The hero of the state championship game against Forest Hills and Mansion Park in 94 comes in his first play. They botched that handoff. Russ Kaiser comes up with it, and the Rangers got the ball back.
Yeah, so is life sometimes, right? I mean, here's the problem whenever you have all these people from all over the state in all walks of life is that you don't have the cohesiveness that you might have with the same system for all these years, and it's it's coming of face right now.
Zach Lester's going to come in at QB here for the Rangers. He's going to snap it. He's going to keep it. They're going to keep it on the ground. Smart here to keep this thing rolling. Oh, big shot there. Lesnar with a keeper gets a couple. Got hit pretty hard there by it looks like Ken Brown from Northwestern, 1993 All-State linebacker. We saw him in a playoff run. Anthony Pioli from Bishop McCord also in there on that hit. So Glessner takes a shot, but he gets back up to his feet. See, we got a penalty here, too. It's going to stop the clock. It's going to be on Forest Hills. They're talking about it here, and then here they're moving him back.
Could that have been on Mike Mays, famed hothead? Excellent player, great fullback, great inside linebacker. Led the Rangers to one of the people that led the Rangers to a state quarterfinal championship run in 2002. Known for running his mouth. I don't know if that could have been it, but we see him on the field right now.
Looks like I think they did go with Mays. I thought they called it on Dombrowski at first, but I think Mays is the one that got the penalty on that. So they moved them back far on that one. So we're gonna go second down here. Glessner's still at QB. 5:11 ticking away on the clock. Glessner with a handoff to Steve Kuiper. Kuiper's gonna get a few. 99 grad. Tough as nails, that one. Kuiper's going to get brought down by, looks like, who was that? What number was that? Dalvin Williams. First time we've seen him today. 2012 All-State linebacker. Ended up playing at Lockhaven. That's a former Johnstown Trojan. All 2000s team for the Tribune Democrat. Stephen Wrestler is going to get the assist. Went to Susquehanna to play basketball. That's a Bedford guy, two-time All-State. 6 foot 175. They've got good. They've still got it's so hard to look at, who is the A team, right? I mean, when you look at all these players, I mean, everybody is so highly decorated that it doesn't matter who is coming in and out of this game on either side, Mongoose. We've got so much talent out there, and I know we've said that 100 times, but there's no there's no Waldo on the field, right? A lot of coaches will talk about you got to find Waldo. Who's the Waldo on defense that can't play their position, and let's attack that guy, right? Well, there's no Waldo on this defense. I mean, you got all these guys that have played college football, pro football. There's no weakness out there to go to. That's why it's so difficult to prep against a team like this.
You're right, but what we've seen so far is that it's not necessarily a player that's been targeted, but it has been, I don't want to say schematics, but it's schematics in that we've seen them attack a soft corner. We've seen them attack deep if the corner's playing up. We've seen them run the ball whenever the box is light. We've seen them throw the ball when the box is heavy. So this is a testament right now to the Ranger coaching staff. Listen, it is all about execution whenever you're on the field, but hats off to the preparation here.
Yeah, Rangers took a time out there. Now they're back out on the field here. Glessner's still at QB. It's going to be third down here. Third and quite a lot. So Glessner's going to draw back, and they're going to throw it. Oh, almost picked off. Very underthrown pass. They were looking for Mark Groh at the tight end. Luckily incomplete. Calvin Anderson almost picked that one off there from McCourt. That's a 2010 All-State DB from McCourt.
And you want to talk about scouting. This is three coaches that have seen that Ranger pop pass to the tight end for decades.
Oh, they read that one. They were
ready for it. Yep, they were ready for it.
Because the Rangers caught him with it a couple times. We had the big catch by Mike Brezovec. I mean, Mark Groh had a catch earlier in the game. Nick Wyant had a catch. Joe Jones. We had a lot of tight ends catch passes here. They almost got him on that one. So they're going to punt this one away here. Not much time left. 4 minutes left in the game. Punter duties this time for the Rangers are going to be Denver Bryden. Went on to have a great career at Shippensburg. Ryan Wu from Bishop Carroll is going to be back to receive this one. 2010 All-State guy. And that one's gone. Not a great punt. Rangers are going to down that. Jason Godola is going to down that one for the Rangers at about the 46. So pretty good field position here for the bad guys. They'll start in their own territory at about their own 46. Not much time left here. 4 minutes, 6 seconds left. Down 2 touchdowns. 21-7 Forest Hills. So we'll see what they do here on offense. Not much time. They got time. They still got time to do it. We've
crazier things have happened in all levels of the sport.
We've seen them recover an aggressive onside kick already in this game. The Rangers weren't waiting for it that time, and they'd be waiting for this one. But you got the personnel there to do it. That's for sure. They're going to go with Christian Brumbaugh from South Fayette at QB. There's the snap. Looks like he's going to keep it on the ground, and that's a big game for Brumbaugh. He's going to get about 7 or 8 up the middle of the field. Brought down by Easton Toth. He's wrestling at Clarion. 217 career tackles for Easton Toth, Beaverdale kid. I believe that's Jason Toth's son. Quick snap. Brumbaugh is going to throw it to the slot. Looks like Artrell Hawkins from McCourt. He's going to catch. He's going to get a couple more. First down. They're going to move the chains here. Hawkins University of Cincinnati. They're going to line
and that's a heck of a play. Got to get on the ball quick. They're doing it right now. Clock is ticking. Now we are at 3:30.
Throw it again. And I think it was caught again for another first down. Looks like they went to Timmy Davis that time from Central Cambria. St. Francis guy. Brady Christ on the coverage.
Rangers very, very, very loose in the coverage right now.
It looks like we got him for a did they fumble the ball there? It looks like a sack. Yeah, it looks like we had a sack and a fumble recovered by the bad guys. So all this quick movement here, this is a new thing for the bad guys here, with this personnel. Had the sack, he fumbled the ball. Luckily he got back on it. That was John Opatrinik on the pressure there that time. They're going to throw it again. Brumbaugh's going to put it in the air. Long pass is going to be incomplete. Looking for Austin Cunningham, a Central. 2013 All-State guy. Brady Christ again on that coverage. And we're coming up here on about 2 minutes and 49 seconds left in this one.
And it seems like the bad guys have been in this position 7 or 8 times so far. They've been knocking on the door, but they have not been able to punch it in. Fortune has been kind to the Rangers. Let's see if it happens again.
Rangers defense has been coming up really big in the red zone here this whole game. We'll see if they can stop them again. Time is not on the side of the bad guys. They got to get one here for sure. 3rd down. Run ball off with the snap. They're going to get a draw to Steve Hill from Bald Eagle Nittany. And it looks like he's going to get a pretty good gain out of this one. I'm not sure exactly what he got.
Incredible burst right there. Incredible burst right there. It looks like he gained back all the yardage lost. So I think they're going to be close to the original line of scrimmage.
Brings up 4th down here. Eric Trout threw Steve Hill out of bounds on that one. Stop the clock.
Yep. It's still about 10 to go.
Yeah, still about 10. Actually, they got about 12. They got about 12 they got to go here. So 4th and 12.
And I don't want to say this is the ball game, but I think this is the ball game.
You're going to wide everybody out. Brumbaugh looking around, and he breaks one. Oh, and he goes down. So a big sack. The Ranger defense comes up big again in the red zone. Joe Smite with a sack. And that's probably going to take the air right out of this one. The Rangers going to take over here.
That is a heck of a play by the Rangers front four. They give them credit. They played 4-man front. They played 3-man front, 5, and even 6, depending on the personnel and positions, the situation so far in this game. 4-man rush right there, drop 7, and we had the pressure and then the sack.
Eric Bailey comes in at QB, younger brother of Brandon, younger son of Dawn, and they're gonna run this one. They're trying to go to Lance McGough here late in the game. And he's going to get brought down for a TFL. Jeff Bear from Chestnut Ridge ended up playing at Northwestern there, Mongoose. Second team All-State linebacker in 96. Joe Costello from Mount Carmel, 2-time All-State linebacker, 95-96, also went on the tackle there. But McGough ended up going to Mansfield. He had a heck of a season. That 94 season going into the state title game was a dream season for the Rangers. McGough was a big part of that one. And he gets tackled there for the TFL.
Came back, contributed, was a basketball coach for the Rangers for a couple of seasons in the 2000s. Great guy.
There's the snap. They're going to QB keeper here. Bailey's going to keep it. Derek Bailey's going to get a couple here. He's going to get brought down by X-Ray Lowe. And Colin Instone. Colin Instone from Richland is going to make his first appearance. He's playing. He played at the University of New Hampshire, Division I guy. Looks like we got a timeout here. Stopping the clock with about 1:38. Timeout by the bad guys. They're going to talk about it. Might be too little too late here, Mongoose.
I think that's the exactly what the situation is that there's not enough here. Call the timeouts and hope for a miracle, but with 1:38 left, 2 touchdowns down, this is going to be a tough ask for the bad guys.
If you're Ken Salem, we saw Salem call that timeout. So if you're Salem and you call that timeout from the sideline, is that more to stop the clock, or is that more to keep everybody calm and just get out of here with a clean end?
I think it's a little bit of both. It's to make sure we keep our composure. I also do think that, listen, this is football, right? The ball can hit the ground at any time. I think that it's to say keep your head on a swivel, go 100% until the end of the game, and, perhaps a little bit of schematics, but I think that you're right, that it's more so keep it together, guys. Let's see what happens.
They're going to run it with McGough again. He's not going to get anything, I don't think. Maybe a half a yard.
Yeah, there's dozens of arms pulling at that ball, wasn't there?
Yes, there were. They had Shane Rugg from McCourt and Aaron Uselitis from Guilfoyle were the first ones there. Uselitis was the one that was trying to rip that thing out of there. He was the second guy in there. Rugg held him up, and Uselitis was the one that was in there trying to pull it out. Uselitis, another St. Francis guy, All-State guy from McCourt. Rugg went to Lehigh. So we had 2 D1 guys make that tackle there, and we're going to get a timeout, another timeout from the bad guys. Going to bring everybody over and talk about this again. But I think at this point, 131, there's still hope for a miracle here. If you're the away team trying to get this win, they almost pulled that one out.
They did, but you know what? At the end of the day, what we have here at the Sidman Spectacle is a celebration of 3+ decades of football. And it's great to see so far that nobody's lost their cool, that everybody understands perhaps the brevity of the game, that we have demonstrated excellent sportsmanship both sides of the ball. I'm excited to see what happens the last 90 seconds here.
Daniel's going to punt this one away. They're going to give it back to the bad guys. Shane McGregor's back deep from Central Cambria. And he's
punter was hit there.
No penalty on that one. I'm surprised they didn't throw a flag there on that one. But McGregor called for a fair catch. McGregor, another Penn State guy, ended up going to Penn State. I believe he was a walk-on at Penn State. I believe he was a former head coach at Central Cambria also not too long ago. So Rangers punted away. They give it back to the bad guys. Bad guys get the ball on their own 39.5. Get about 1:24 left.
And you got if you're the bad guys, you got to think. Of course,
they're going with a big arm. They're going with a big arm right here. Garrett Harold from Penn Cambria. He's playing football at Duquesne right now. Is in at QB. They got to go. They got to go with the ball. So Harold's going to drop back. He's going to put one up. Scrambles a little bit. There's the throw. He's got a guy, but it's going to fall incomplete. Looking for Eli Lingenfelder from Central. Greg Myers on the coverage there for the Rangers.
And I was just going to say, you got to think the objective right now is let's get in the end zone, right? Like, let's finish the game on a high. I don't know if we're going to be able to close the gap here, actually tie the game. But you'd love to see the bad guys get in the end zone here because we've had an incredible game.
Yeah, we really have. We've seen a lot of really great talent out there for sure on both sides. A lot of names from the past, man. Sometimes fans don't want to remember some of these names because of how good they were over the years. But a great celebration, as you said, and just an unbelievable game to be able to check out. So it looks like there's a little bit of confusion here with the lineup here from the bad guys. They're going to go trips to the right. Harold with the snap. He's going to block snap again. I'm shocked, and he jumps back on it.
And high school rules: on the ball, knees down, plays dead.
They're going to call him. They might have called a penalty on this too. I think Mongoose. Watching Willis here to see what the call is. He's not giving us anything yet. Maybe they just called him down.
It seems to be just to say that ball's dead where the quarterback jumped on it.
Got a lot of good receivers on that field, man. Trips again to the right. Harold's going to take the snap. He's going to dump it off. Kyle Flick with a catch at about the 46. So they're going to get back to about a 3rd and 5. 1:03 left here.
Already on the ball. They're ready to go. We got to get in formation if you're the bad guys. Timeout on the field?
Must be a timeout, yeah. Somebody called. I'm not sure which team called it. I'm assuming it was the bad guys since they ran over there the quickest. But the Ranger defense is going to stay on the field here. Kyle Flick played at Shippensburg also. Former Richland guy. Harold with the snap. They're going to throw it, and it's going to be incomplete. In and out of the hands of Joel Gonzalo from Mount Carmel. And that's going to bring up a 4th down here. Possibly the last play of the game here for the bad guys. Nice coverage here by Greg Myers, but that ball just went right through Gonzalo's hands. They're going to have to take a shot. At least get a first. At least look at.
Right, and this is what we've seen this 1,000 times where you have everybody's pressing and receiver right here just made a move before he caught the ball. And, obviously you have to look it in, but he's just trying to make a play.
Harold's going to throw this one deep. This could be the last play of the game for the bad guys, and it is going to fall incomplete. He was looking for Bryce Brawley. I mean, you can't look for a better guy to try to throw it to, man. 6'2", 180. I mean, that guy from Cambria Heights, like you said earlier, Laurel Highlands receiving record, 1,224 yards for Bryce Brawley. Cambria Heights in the middle of coal country, the seldom seen Valley Mine in nearby St. Boniface. Fun for the whole family. Mongoose, I like my women the way I like my coal mines. Dark as hell and seldom seen.
We are experiencing technical difficulties and appreciate your patience. We will return to your regularly scheduled programming in a moment here on the Podski Sports Network.
I would like to apologize for my comments there. I certainly did not mean to insult any coal miners or...
We are experiencing technical difficulties and appreciate your patience. We will return to your regularly scheduled programming in a moment here on the Podski Sports Network.
I would like to apologize for my comments there. I certainly did not mean to insult any women. My comments are my own and not the views of the Podski Sports Network. My dream is to be better. The Rangers are going to take over here.
No timeouts left for the bad guys.
A somber sideline for the bad guys, for sure. Rangers are coming out here, and it looks like Dutch is in the game, Mongoose. They're going to go with Dutch at QB. We got 40 seconds left in this game. Dave Papinchak is going to be the safety valve. They're going to get into the victory formation here.
All we have to do is take these lies and make them true.
And he did right there. Dutch with the kneel, and that might do it. It looks like, yeah, they're pumping the crowd up here. The home crowd going wild. It looks like that's going to do it. The clock is just going to keep ticking here. The Rangers are going to come away with one here. First time ever, All-Stars. Ranger All-Stars against the bad guy All-Stars. All the great players that we've ever played against. And the Rangers came away with it, Mongoose. Are you a little surprised the Rangers came away with the win tonight?
The fact that this game was played at GH Memorial, it's called the Sidman Spectacular. I hate to say it, but listen, I'm not saying that we didn't see home cooking from the referees, but I felt like that we just had, it was in the air. It was in the air. The field seemed to slant the Rangers' way. Balls went on the ground for the bad guys. There was a little bit of incohesiveness, which is to be expected with what you see with that amalgamation of different coaches and people from all over the state. No matter the talent, that being said, that was a heck of a watch, and I had a great time doing it.
Guys, I'm down here with Poopsie. Poopsie, from a fan perspective, what do you think about the game and the Rangers coming away with the big win here?
I would say it was an amazing football game. I don't know. What else do you want me to say? It was nice to see all the former Forest Hills players doing an outstanding job at that game. Jono and Fire did a hell of a job on defense. It was nice seeing them guys back out on the football field.
Thanks, Poopsie. See you at the Cheeseburger Picnic.
Unbelievable game here. Unbelievable game here, folks. Look, we want to thank everybody for tuning in to this broadcast of Podski Sports Network. It was a great time. The Rangers come away with the win. So All-Star games, Don Bailey, add this one to the record case, the record books, and to the trophy case as well. He wins the first ever Sidman Spectacle. They're going to get the trophy. Another accolade for Don Bailey, Mongoose.
Plus one, right? And another one, and another one, and another one.
Undefeated in the Sidman Spectacle. So we'll see if we ever get all these guys back together again to try to do another one down the road. But hats off to Don Bailey. The staff had an excellent game plan here. Defensively, especially, they came up really big to stop them in the red zone multiple times. Unbelievable. Who's your defensive MVP for the Rangers?
We saw a bunch of great play from defensive backs, from the defensive line, and from the linebacking core. But I feel like the name that we said the most is Jono Petrunik, and Jono's my man.
Yeah, Jono with a great game here. You know, as expected, he was in on a lot of plays. He made a lot of plays on his own. Also, a heck of a player for sure. On offense, we saw a lot of really great plays on offense too. I mean, Travis Rear may have had the best possession for the Rangers. Brandon Bailey also had a really great possession for him, but so did Justin Myers. So did even some others. But Dukovic with the huge run, Crowley with the huge run. I mean, we're not shocked to see that. I mean, those guys have been running wild all over people for years. So to see them get two big runs was pretty special too.
Absolutely. And to do it against the quality of talent that we saw. Also, wanted to tip the hat, if you wouldn't mind, Andretti, could you please mention some of the not mentioned people that put their hands in the dirt every play that we might not have said over the course of this game?
I mean, there was a heck of a lot of linemen that got in on both sides of the ball. I mean, Dan Entity, we saw Ben Madera played a lot. We didn't call Madera's name too much. He was playing on offense almost the whole time. But when you see those big runs from Dudukovic and from Crowley, I mean, Madera's leading the way up front with both of those. I mean, Bobby Petrunik played center for the majority of the game. Mike Tarek, I mean, both those guys did a great job. I mean, we're talking about people up front that they went up against that are professional athletes, Division I athletes. Corey Alston from Aliquippa was an unbelievable defensive tackle they went up against. I mean, everybody that they had to move today up front was just what an effort. What an effort from that offensive line to go up against people. And a lot of times, we've seen this over the years a million times. I mean, maybe Forest Hills is a little undersized, up front. They've got to go up against the playoffs against some teams that are a lot bigger than them, maybe some Pittsburgh teams or even, some teams from down east where they end up playing them and they maybe were a little undersized. But Ranger offensive line came up big today, man, that's for sure.
Absolutely. And a testament to the preparation, testament to the efforts, and a testament to the belief, man. And that's part of the mystique, isn't it? Is that if no matter who you're playing, when in green and gold, you have a shot, right? And today it persevered.
Another guy who came up really big, especially in the first half on offense at guard, was Sean Faith. So Sean Faith, the guy that ended up going to Lycoming and playing up there, had an unbelievable couple blocks, especially some combo blocks earlier in that first half, man. And it's special to see that, man. When you see people that can get out there, they've got a passion for playing up front. Tommy Grosick looked really good up front too. There just was a host of linemen that came in and out of that game all night that did an unbelievable job. Yeah.
Want to mention Nebraska and Eddie Richardson too in there. Big shouts to, I didn't have a chance to see him on the field. If he made it, my apologies. But, Abe Kometz, a cog in that Western Final team in 2022.
Kometz played in the middle of the third, in that possession in third.
Perfect. So shouts out to all those guys. Yeah, all the big uglies, man. You put the hand in the dirt, and you got a place in my heart. So bless y'all.
Well, folks, we want to thank you for coming out and checking this out. I mean, this has been a great broadcast, and we hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, maybe we'll do this again sometime. We don't know. If we can get all these players, back in one place, it's kind of like the Field of Dreams. We've got to get them all, and here it is, man. But the Rangers pull it out. Great effort. Great coaching scheme by Bailey and his staff. I mean, Salem, Shoemaker, and Fetzer did a great job on their side too, man. I mean, it's not easy to come together. You got three guys coming together to try to coach a team. You got players from all over the freaking universe, coming back into town to try to gel over the course of a week. And those guys had a blast. I mean, they had a blast coaching that team all week. We know that. But Rangers pull it out, man. And that's about what we got. So, Teddy, any closing thoughts?
I had a great time, and I hope that you all did too. The last three things I'd like to leave you with, last three words. Bless the child.
Bless the child indeed. Folks, thanks a lot. This is the Podski Sports Network. We appreciate you jumping in. Have a great night.
The proceeding was a presentation of the Podski Sports Network. All rights reserved. Copyright 2023. You can find the Podski with John Baker each week on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever podcasts are found. YouTube at all one word The Podski, Instagram at _Podski. Your home for wrestling news and commentary. That's So Dolphins Talk with Bake Show and Trigger Tray, The Tooth and Nail Show, and Andretti After Dark. Download, subscribe, rate, and review. And as always, bless the child.
A cup of cheeseburgers.